Chapter 3381 Breakthrough, Ninth Realm. The most powerful secret skill in the 8 realms. 36 Rules of the highest dimension. The Lord of Bingye realm was really shocked by Yi Tian's strength. It was already extremely good for him to be able to comprehend the rules of the first level of the highest dimension in the 8th realm. But Yi Tian understood the 36th level of the highest dimensional rules, which was much higher than many of the highest dimensional rules understood in the 9th realm. In addition, the Lord of Bingye realm also felt that Yi Tian's physical body was incredibly powerful. Is this really the 8th realm? She was considered extremely powerful in the 9th realm, but at this moment, she felt troublesome from Yi Tian. Master of Ice Leaf Realm, am I qualified to talk to you now? Yi Tian asked. Please come in, the Master of Ice Leaf Realm said. Later, Yi Tian and the Bingye Realm Master entered the Bengal Ancient Abyss. In a palace, Bingye Realm Master asked, Yi Tian Realm Master, why did you come to see me? Yi Tian Dao, I want to trade the fragments of the multi-dimensional supreme thing on the Ice Leaf Realm Lord. I don't want to trade. The Ice Leaf Realm Lord refused directly. Although those fragments of multi-dimensional supreme objects cannot improve my strength, they can save my life. If I encounter a strong enemy, after swallowing it, my physical body will be extremely powerful. Not many can break that kind of physical strength. Yi Tian Dao, Master of Ice Leaf Realm, I have taken that multi-dimensional supreme thing. The physical strength can indeed be increased to an incredible level, but the reaction will be very slow, the body will be hard, and the combat effectiveness will be severely reduced. The enemy cannot break the defense, but you can be easily sealed and wait until the energy of the multi-dimensional supreme thing is exhausted. The Lord of Bingye Realm did not refute, because it is true that during this period, there were indeed people in the 9th realm who relied on the power of the physical body given by the multi-dimensional supreme thing to attack and kill the enemy. However, they were easily sealed by the enemy, and finally exhausted the multi-dimensional supreme thing. The fragmented energy was killed by the enemy. Master Yi Tian, even so, I still don't want to trade, backquote. The Lord of Ice Leaf Realm said. Yi Tian smiled and said, Master of Bingye Realm, I am only in the 8th realm now. If I want to break through to the 9th realm, I can break through at any time. How much will my strength increase if I break through to the 9th realm? The Lord of Bingye Realm was shocked. Indeed, Yi Tian in the 8th realm was so powerful and could indeed break through to the 9th realm at any time. If Yi Tian wants to break through, he will soon be able to break through to the 9th level, and his strength will definitely surpass her. I heard that the Lord of the Ice Leaf Realm has an enemy. If the Lord of the Ice Leaf Realm is willing to trade the fragments of those multi-dimensional supreme things to me, I am willing to help you. How about that? Yi Tian said. The Bingye Realm Master was moved. If Yi Tian helped her, she would really hope to kill that enemy. But, aren't you afraid of the Peacock Realm Master? Bingye Realm Lord asked. Her enemy has some relationship with the Peacock Realm Lord, and has taken refuge with the Peacock Realm Lord. He is one of the 3 thugs under the Peacock Realm Lord. Master of the Ice Leaf Realm, if I break through to the 9th realm, I am sure to rival the Master of the Peacock Realm in a short time. Yi Tian said. Okay, I agree, the Ice Leaf Realm Master said. Immediately, she took out the fragments of those multi-dimensional supreme objects. Master Yi Tian, these are all for you, but you need to make an oath to help me, otherwise I won't believe you. No problem, Yi Tian immediately made an oath. After making the oath, Lord Yi handed over all the fragments of these multi-dimensional supreme objects to Yi Tian. Yi Tian resigned. The 18th dimension, Eternal Star. Yi Tian came here, swallowed some fragments of the multi-dimensional supreme thing, then entered the Eternal Star, and began to absorb the energy of the Eternal Star to cultivate the Eternal Starry Sky. Gradually, Yi Tian's Eternal Star aperture reached a perfect state, condensed the Eternal Mark, and once again obtained a Supreme Realm Body secret technique, Eternal Immortality. Eternal Immortality, the Supreme Realm Body secret technique, allows him to ignore any injuries in a short period of time, and his recovery power is extremely terrifying. Go to the Space Star. Yi Tian dispelled this duplicate body, condensed other duplicate bodies again, and then headed to the Time and Space Star. In the following years, Yi Tian successively cultivated the star curtain Shishi corresponding to the other 4 multi-dimensional stars to the state of perfection. This day, all 365 star orifices of Yi Tian were completed, which also brought his supreme dimensional domain body to the state of perfection. Boom! At this moment, Yi Tian's connection with the 365 multidimensional stars instantly increased 1,000 times. Coupled with the 36th layer of supreme dimensional rules and the soul will that has broken through to the 17th dimension, he has truly reached the end in the 8th realm. His eyes jumped across dimensions, looking at the 365 multi-dimensional stars, and he had a clear understanding in his heart. Other 8th realms need to use a multi-dimensional star as their natal star before they can use the energy of their natal star to impact the 9th realm. But he is different. He can directly swallow the power of 365 multi-dimensional stars, thereby condensing his own supreme star in his body, and thus entering the 9th realm. In this way, even if those 365 multi-dimensional stars are destroyed, his realm will not be reduced. This is true freedom and detachment. *W can go to the 9th realm. Yi Tian murmured, the energy required to attack the 9th realm is too much, and Yuan Shui is not suitable. Then, Yi Tian kept searching and finally found a suitable place in an area of the 17th dimension. He asked other cloned bodies to patrol and protect him, and one of the 10 cloned bodies began to attack the 9th realm. Boom! The highest dimensional domain body connected the 365 multi-dimensional stars and forcibly absorbed their energy. Endless multi-dimensional star energy poured into Yi Tian's body. In the dimensional domain within the body, the interior gradually condensed into a black spot. This black spot continues to expand and is being nurtured into a supreme star ornament. Coupled with the assistance of the rules of the 36th dimension, the bottleneck of the 9th realm was directly shattered, his body began to transform, and his cultivation began to break through. Because Yi Tian's breakthrough was a bit loud, some recent multi-dimensional beings came over, but Yi Tian's other cloned bodies still had the 9th level combat power and easily drove them away. After all, there are not enough benefits, and these multi-dimensional beings don't want to fight hard. Long years passed. This day, the aura of the 9th realm spread out from Yi Tian's body. Breakthrough, 9th realm. Yi Tian feels that he is too powerful now, far beyond the 8th level. He doesn't even know how powerful he is now. Chapter 3382, Heavy Damage to the Peacock Realm Lord. Too strong. The more Yi Tian felt his body, the more excited he became. Moreover, his soul will also broke through to the 18th dimension in one fell swoop. And he can now continue to understand the rules of the highest dimension. With my current physical strength, if I enter Taichu Star, can I withstand the tearing power of Taichu Star? Yi Tian was ready to give it a try. Later, a copy of his body went to Taichu Star. Taichu Star. When Yi Tian came here, his body couldn't stop falling towards Taichu Star. The terrifying tearing force wanted to crush his body, but he resisted. Until he fell onto the Taichu Star, he was still alive, but his body was still being damaged, but he still had the secret technique of eternity, the highest dimension of the body, which could quickly recover from injuries. Therefore, he will not perish in a short time. Of course, his replica body cannot escape Taichu Star. The effect of meditating on the rules of the highest dimension in Taichu Star will be better. He planned to let this replica body stay in Taichu Star to understand the rules of the highest dimension. And he also searched around the Taichu Star, but found no other figures in the 9th realm. 163 inches strange, isn't it possible that there are no other 9th realms practicing here? Yi Tian was somewhat confused. Although Taichu Star is very dangerous, even if he comes in, he cannot leave, but there is definitely the 9th realm where he can leave. For example, the master of the void immortal realm that he met earlier, the other party's strength is extremely terrifying, and he can definitely enter and leave Taichu Star freely. Maybe that kind of strong person has a better place to understand the rules of the highest dimension. Yi Tian could only think this way. He is not in a hurry to help Bingye Boundary Lord. He will wait until his strength becomes stronger before helping Bingled Boundary Lord. Anyway, Bingye Boundary Lord can afford to wait for this little time. Time passed, and 100,000 domain yuan years passed in the blink of an eye. At this time, Yi Tian comprehended the 39th level of the highest dimensional rules. It took him so long to comprehend the 39th level of the highest dimensional rules from the 36th level to the 39th level. Moreover, he understood it in a place like Taichu Star, and also used the multi-dimensional wisdom light, Xuanline mirror and other means. It seems that after reaching the 36th level of the highest dimensional rules, Yin Chuxing is not very helpful to me. Yi Tian murmured. Of course, if he spends a lot of time, he can still continue to upgrade to high dimensional rules. In these years, he has also created AFFD, some multi-dimensional secrets of the 9 realms, but they will not be as powerful as the supreme secrets of the 8th realms in the future. He can only accumulate information so that he can create the supreme secrets of the 9 realms and the strongest secrets in the future. Make an effort. In terms of cultivation, he is still at the early stage of the 9th realm, and it is impossible to improve in a short time. I have to help the Ice Leaf Realm Lord. A copy of Yi Tian's body went to Bingye Ancient Abyss and met Bingye Jingsheng. Master Yi Tian, congratulations on your breakthrough to the 9th realm. The Lord of Bingye Realm smiled. Master of Ice Leaf Realm, when will we set off? Yi Tian wanted to resolve this matter as soon as possible. Now, the Lord of Bingye Realm said immediately. Okay, then let's go to Dongyu Mountain in Peacock's Own Kingdom. Yi Tian and Bingye Realm Master set off immediately to Peacock's Own Kingdom. At this moment, they calmed down and gradually approached the Peacock's Own Kingdom, then sneaked into the Peacock's Own Kingdom and entered Dongyu Mountain. It is not easy to kill the enemy of Bingye Realm Lord Dongyu Realm Lord in Peacock's Own Kingdom, and it needs to be done quickly. Master Bingye, I will severely injure Master Dongyu and let you show off. Yi Tian said. Thank you, the Bingye Realm Master said gratefully. Dongyu Mountain. Yi Tian came here and directly used Zhou Tian's multi-dimensional painting, the most powerful skill in the 8 realms. Boom! Zhou Tian's multi-dimensional painting unfolded and directly captured Dongyu Realm Master who was in the inner formation of Dongyu Mountain. Dongyu Realm Master was shocked. He never expected that he would be attacked in Peacock's Own Kingdom. Isn't the opponent afraid of Peacock Realm Master? He tried to break through Yi Tian's Zhou Tian multi-dimensional painting, but the terrifying rules of the highest dimension and the power of 365 multi-dimensional stars came over. With just one blow, he was severely injured, and then he was restrained in Zhou Tian's multi-dimensional painting, unable to move at all. Bingye Realm Master, Dongyu Realm Master can no longer resist, you take action. Yi Tian said. Bingye Realm Master immediately took action and killed Dongyu Realm Master with one move. Before he was killed, Dongyu Realm Master finally knew who was going to kill him. Master of Ice Leaf Realm, it's you. Dongyu Realm Master regrets it. If he had known that no matter how high the price was, he would still have to ask Peacock Realm Master to kill Bingye Realm Master. But he never expected that the Lord of Bingye Realm would invite such a terrifying 9th realm figure to kill him. In an instant, Dongyu Realm Master's body was shattered into pieces and he was completely killed. And just after Dongyu Realm Master was killed, Peacock Realm Master sensed it and immediately crossed the dimension to kill him. Master of Ice Leaf Realm, you are seeking death. The Peacock Realm Master struck, and the Ice Leaf Realm Master's expression changed. If she withstood this blow, she would definitely be severely injured. And Yi Tian immediately used the second 8th-level most powerful secret skill, the 10-star battle suit. The 10-star battle suit easily withstood the attack of the Peacock Realm Lord and knocked the Peacock Realm Lord away. Immediately afterwards, Yi Tian used the 7-star sword blade in conjunction with the 39-level rules of the highest dimension, and struck the Peacock Realm creature with one blow. The Lord of the Peacock Realm tried his best to resist, but was still penetrated by Yi Tian's 7-star sword, but such an injury was only a minor injury to the Lord of the Peacock Realm. But then, Yi Tian used all his strength to activate the high-dimensional domain body, and the terrifying physical power combined with the 7-star sword, the most powerful skill of the 8th realm, killed the Peacock Realm Master again. Boom! The Lord of the Peacock Realm transformed into a huge peacock and ran away quickly. He wanted to escape, but one of his wings was still cut off by a single blow. Just when Yi Tian wanted to continue taking action, the aura came from across many dimensions. Yi Tian stopped taking action, and the breath dissipated. Now, Bingye Realm Master was extremely shocked. She thought that Yi Tian's strength was similar to that of Peacock Realm Master, but she didn't expect that Yi Tian was so much stronger than Peacock Realm Master, and he easily severely wounded Peacock Realm Master. It's a pity that he didn't continue to take action, otherwise the Master of Peacock Realm would not be able to escape. Master Bingye, I have helped you kill Master Dongyu, and I have nothing to do with you later. Don't worry, with me taking action this time, Master Peacock will not dare to attack you. Yi Tian said. Thank you so much, Lord Yi Tian. The Lord of Bingye Realm is grateful. Wow, Yi Tian left quickly. The 17th dimension. The severely injured Peacock Realm Master stood here, and a shadow was in front of him. Thank you very much, Lord Peng Ke, for taking the initiative. The Peacock Realm Master said gratefully. I just used my breath to shock the Yi Tian Realm Master. If your men are killed, they will be killed. The Yi Tian Realm Master is very extraordinary, and he is not simple. This is just a clone of him. Even I am not sure of killing him, said the Master of Peng Ke Realm. You're not even sure you can kill him? The Peacock Realm Master was surprised. Chapter 3383 Destroy the 10 Pylons. The Lord of the Peacock Realm is very aware that the power of the Lord of the Pink Realm is far beyond his comparison, second only to the existence of the Master of the Void Fairy Realm. The Master of the Pink Realm said lightly, "The Master of the Yitian Realm has trained the Supreme Dimensional Domain Body and has completed it. Even I have not practiced the Supreme Dimensional Domain Body, but he has done it. I even suspect that he is one of the other 8 forces. 1 cultivated. What is the Supreme Dimension Domain Body?" Peacock Realm Master wondered. The Master of Pengke Realm introduced, "As long as you understand the rules of 365 dimensions when you are in the 7th realm, and then break through to the 8th realm, you can become the Supreme Dimensional Realm Body." What? How can you comprehend the rules of 365 dimensions when you are in the 7th realm? The Master of Peacock Realm was shocked. But Master Yitian did it, didn't he? Master Peng said. The Peacock Realm Master stopped talking. Don't have any more conflicts with Yitian Realm Master. This matter ends here. The shadow of the Pink Realm Master disappeared. The Lord of Peacock Realm returned to Peacock Zon Kingdom soon after, and then announced that he would not be able to come out in seclusion. After helping the Lord of Bingye Realm, Yitian has nothing to do with the Lord of Bingye Realm. Subsequently, Yitian contacted the Master of Xian Realm. Not long after, Yitian saw the Master of Xian Realm again. Compared with the past, the aura of the Master of Xian Realm has not increased much. After all, it is too difficult to improve the strength in the 9th realm. In addition, the Master of Xian Realm is afraid of the Master of Gaiyu Realm and does not dare to appear. He does not have many resources, so the improvement of his strength is naturally extremely slow. Master Yitian, have you broken through to the 9th realm? The Master of Xian Realm. She originally wanted to help Yitian, but Yitian himself broke through to the 9th realm, and his aura seemed to be terrifying. Master Xian, we need to work together to deal with Shiyuman. Now I can help you deal with Master Gaiyu. However, I want the Pearl of Guishu. Yitian said. Can you destroy the 10 pylons? Master Xian asked. Okay, Yitian said. The Master of Xian Realm is a little unconvinced. After all, the Master of Gaiyu Realm is too powerful. However, after Yitian showed his strength, Anne's intention was no longer doubtful. And she also agreed to hand over the Pearl of Guishu to Yitian. After all, she couldn't protect the Pearl of Guishu. You have to find a reason to invade Shiyuman. I will directly attack Shiyuman in the name of revenge for Tianyan sect. Yitian said. Good, the Master of Xian Realm agreed. Soon, Yitian's 3 cloned bodies arrived, and a total of 4 cloned bodies took action. This also ensured that the Master of Gaiyu Realm could not escape. Seeing Yitian's 4 duplicate bodies, the Master of Xian Realm was very excited, thinking that this time the 10 pylons would be destroyed, and she could rebuild the Tianyan sect. 10 Pylorus. This day, Yitian came here with the Master of Xian Realm and immediately sealed off the surrounding area. Whoa whoa whoa, the 9th and 8th realms of the 10 pylons came over one after another to explore and found the Master of Xian Realm, and they were immediately furious. Master Xian Realm, you still dare to come to our Shiyuman headquarters and seek death. Yi Zunzun of the 9th realm took action to attack and kill the Master of Xian Realm. At this time, Yi Tian took action. Zhou Tian's multi-dimensional painting unfolded, including these 9th realms, those 8th realms, and countless weak extra-dimensional realms. In a moment of thought, many bodies in the extra-dimensional realm were annihilated one after another. Even the 8th realm could not withstand this 8 realm's most powerful secrets, and they were wiped out one after another. Those 9th realm people panicked and tried to resist, but their strength was too weak. Stop, the Lord of Gaiyu Realm took action. However, when he bombarded Yi Tian's Zhou Tian multi-dimensional painting with all his strength, it did not tear apart. However, it was suppressed by the power of 365 multi-dimensional stars. Rumble. The other cloned bodies took action and instantly wiped out all the living creatures in the 10 human headquarters except the Lord of Gaiyu Realm. When the Lord of Gaiyu Realm saw this scene, he was extremely angry. He burned his origin and wanted to break through the blockade. However, Yi Tian's strength is much stronger than him, and he can't escape at all. Immediately afterwards, he used the 7-star sword blade again and penetrated Gaiyu Realm Lord with one blow. After a while, the Master of Gaiyu Realm had been severely injured, and his aura became extremely weak. Immediately, Yi Tian asked the Master of Xian Realm to take action. Purple Yun Realm Master immediately took action. Her attack was naturally difficult to hurt Gaiyu Realm Master, but Gaiyu Realm Master was now seriously injured and was unable to resist Xian Realm Master's attack. Soon, the leader of Gai Realm was killed. After several of Yi Tian's cloned bodies once again attacked each branch of Shiyumen and destroyed all of them. Maybe there must be some fish that slipped through the net. Zero, please give me flowers. However, these fish that slipped through the net will definitely not dare to appear again. Each of them will hide or change their identity. It is impossible to avenge the destruction of the 10 pylons, and they are not qualified to avenge them. After the destruction of Shi Pylorus, the master of Xian Realm announced the reconstruction of Tianyan Sect and summoned the former Tianyan Sect's extra-dimensional realm to return. Suddenly many hidden Tianyan Sect's extra-dimensional realms appeared and returned to Tianyan Sect one after another. Although the number is not large, it can at least help Tianyan Sect complete the most basic establishment work. As for Yi Tian, he holds an honorary elder position in Tianyan Sect and will not participate in anything in Tianyan Sect. After what happened to Shiyumen, Yi Tian's reputation spread. 0.00. Everyone knows that Yi Tian can kill the master of Gaiyu Realm, and he is undoubtedly the top 9th war veteran. Suddenly, everyone in the 9th realm was afraid of Yi Tian. But after that, Yi Tian kept a low profile and stayed in the human race to practice silently in seclusion. This time, the human race also obtained the foundation of the 10 pylons, most of which were taken away by Yi Tian and given to the human race. Therefore, relying on the foundation of the 10 pylons, the human race grew extremely rapidly, and the 7th realm gradually began to be born. This day, under Yi Tian's vigorous training, Yi Xingqian finally created the strongest secret skill in the 6 realms, and then successfully broke the bottleneck of the dimensional rules chain and began to continue to understand the dimensional rules. With the resources and foundation that the human race now possesses, it won't take long for Yi Xingqian to understand the rules of the 36 dimensions and be perfectly promoted to the 7th realm. This pearl of return to ruins is truly extraordinary. Yi Tian murmured. During these years, he has been using the pearl of Guishu to understand the rules of the highest dimension, and the effect is really good, even better than that of Taichu Star. Taichu Star can assist in understanding the rules of the highest dimension, which is its side effect, and the Pearl of Guishu can really assist in understanding the rules of the highest dimension. In addition, he has the light of multi-dimensional wisdom and several secret techniques of the highest dimension that can help improve his understanding, as well as some dimensional star tools that he has collected that can help him understand the rules of the highest dimension. These dimensional star tools also have side effects, but he doesn't care. Under the superposition of these things, his efficiency in comprehending the rules of the highest dimension is extremely high. Chapter 3384 Join Zushan Palace. 40 High-Dimensional Rules. 41 High-Dimensional Rules. 42 Rules of the Highest Dimension. Yi Tian's rules in the highest dimension are getting higher and higher, and his own strength is getting stronger and stronger. As time goes by, the strength of the human race is getting stronger and stronger. There are more and more human races in the 7th realm, but there are not yet the human races in the 8th realm. In a short period of time, it is impossible to cultivate the 8th realm at once. However, if the human race wants to give birth to a large number of 8th realms in the future, they must obtain enough Taihao gold liquid. But more than 90% of the Taihao gold liquid on Taihao Star belongs to those 9 huge forces. It is not easy for Yi Tian to obtain a large amount of Taihao gold liquid. It will take endless years to accumulate little by little. The birth of Taihao gold liquid is regular and feasible, and it is not yet time for Taihao Star to give birth to Taihao gold liquid. May 17th, therefore, Yi Tian has no way to obtain a large amount of Taihao gold liquid now. Fortunately, he destroyed Shiyumen and obtained a lot of Taihao gold liquid from Shiyumen. Together with the Taihao gold liquid given to him by Master Xian, these Taiji gold liquid can most likely cultivate the second king to be the 8th territory. Unknowingly, hundreds of thousands of domain years have passed. This day, the human race finally gave birth to another 8th level person, Yi Xingqian, Yi Tian's son. Yi Tian used various resources to cultivate him. In addition, Yi Xingqian did not pursue the highest dimensional domain body, so he had to understand certain dimensional rules. After that, he directly started to use Taihao gold liquid to attack the 8th realm, easily completing the breakthrough. And Yi Tian's strength has also improved a lot. He finally created the 9 stars and 1 sword light, the supreme secret of the 9 realms. Its power is even more powerful than the supreme secret of the 8 realms. And his rules of the highest dimension have been upgraded to the 50th level. At this level, the Pearl of Guishu will not be of much help to him. This day, Yi Tian is practicing in the human race. Suddenly, a figure came, but other human races could not see this figure. I've met the Lord of the Void Fairy Realm, Yi Tian said politely. Now, with his strength, he naturally knows how terrifying the 9 forces in the first 9 multi-dimensional territories are, and the Zushan Palace where the Master of the Shushan Realm is located is one of them. The Master of the Void Immortal Realm sent by the Void Immortal Palace made all the 9th realm of other forces in the upper domain dare not resist, which shows how powerful this Void Immortal Realm Master is. And Yi Tian didn't think he had the strength to fight against the Master of the Void Immortal Realm. Master Yi Tian is so polite, Master Shu Xian said with a smile. Later, Yi Tian invited the Master of Shushan Realm to enter the human temple to talk. I wonder if the Master of the Void Immortal Realm came to our human race for something? Yi Tian asked. The Master of the Zushan Realm said, Master Yishan, I want to invite you to join the Zushan Palace. Join Zushan Palace? Yi Tian was very surprised. He didn't expect Zushan Palace to invite him. He didn't expect Zushan Palace to invite the 9th realm among other forces. Are you very confused as to why Zushan Palace invited you? Said the Lord of Shushan Realm. Doubtful indeed. Yi Tian nodded. It's very simple. You have mastered the realm of the highest dimension, and your combat power has far surpassed the other 9th realms in the upper realm. You have great potential, and our Zushan Palace is the only one among the 9 ultimate forces that recruits external forces. The forces in the 9th realm. If you don't join our Zushan Palace, then your limit is probably the 9th realm. Even if you want to raise your cultivation to the peak of the 9th realm, it will be extremely difficult. The resources in the upper realm are limited, and you don't have to be talented to grow. Well, sometimes it also depends on the opportunity and background. Of course, if you are unwilling to join Zushan Palace, I will leave immediately. After all, for our Zushan Palace, you only have potential, but there is no shortage of strong people at the 9th level. The Lord of the Void Immortal Realm said, I am willing to join Zushan Palace. Yi Tian said immediately. He had to admit that if there was no greater opportunity, after a long period of time, he would at most create a 9-level supreme art, slowly improve his cultivation level, and slowly comprehend the rules of the highest dimension. What should he do next? He has no idea. Therefore, joining Zushan Palace is indeed the only option. Very good, your choice to join Zushan Palace is your most correct choice. I know you have many clones. This clone of yours should go to Zushan Palace with me. Immediately, Yi Tian followed the Master of Shushan Realm to Zushan Palace, which is the 90-dimensional territory. Zushan Palace occupies the 9th multi-dimensional territory, and it is also the last one among the 9 ultimate powers to become the ultimate power. It was also because it was relatively weak, so it was initially decided to recruit the 9th realm from the outside world, but now it has grown stronger. Well, if you don't have enough qualifications to be a monster, Zushan Palace doesn't want it. Soon, multi-dimensional territory number 9 has arrived. It was the first time for Yi Tian to enter the 9th multi-dimensional territory. As soon as he entered here, extremely rich energy rushed towards his face. Moreover, he also saw huge multi-dimensional stars in the 9th multi-dimensional territory. These multi-dimensional stars actually combined into a large formation to protect the entire 90th multi-dimensional territory. This is the multi-dimensional star captured by our Zushan Palace. 9 multi-dimensional stars are combined into a large formation. No matter how many 9th realms there are, they cannot break through this place. The Master of the Zushan Realm said. The headquarters of Zushan Palace is located on a multi-dimensional star in the middle, but Zushan Palace uses a special method to calm the tearing power of the multi-dimensional star, so that even the 8th realm can live here without being crushed by the power of the multi-dimensional star. Broken. Swish swish swish. There are a lot of 9th realm people traveling through the 9th multi-dimensional territory. The strength of many of them in the 9th realm is superior to that of the Peacock Realm Master. The strength of the Peacock Realm Master is undoubtedly the most ordinary member of the Zushan camp. Suddenly, Yi Tian also saw a strong man in the early stage of the 9th realm. His cultivation level was similar to his, but his aura was no less than his. The highest dimension domain 2.0 body. This person's strength is definitely no less than him. As expected of Zushan Palace, my strength is really not worth mentioning here. No wonder the Master of Shushan Realm doesn't care whether I really join Zhu Wuchang. Yi Tian thought this way. Arrive. The Master of Shushan Realm first went through the procedures for Yi Tian to join Zushan Palace, but then he began to introduce the situation of Zushan Palace to Yi Tian. Master Yi Tian, Our Zushan Palace currently has 36,000 people in the 9th level, and 81 people in the 8th level. As for the 7th level, we won't talk about it. And there are only 3 existences beyond the 9th level. The Lord of the Void Immortal Realm said. Beyond the 9th realm. Yi Tian was excited. What is beyond the artistic realm? Above the 9 realms is the ultimate realm master. The master of Tiger Fairy Realm said. Chapter 3385 Create the most powerful secret skill in the 9 realms. The ultimate realm lord. This was the first time Yi Tian knew about the realm above the 9 realms. The master of Shushan Realm said again. Don't think about the ultimate realm master for the time being. That realm is too far away from us. You can go to Zushan Pavilion and have a look. It records the cultivation information about the 9th realm, but it is not allowed to be leaked. Afterwards, the master of Virtual Immortal Realm left. Yi Tian quickly came to Zushan Pavilion and found the training information about the 9th realm. It didn't take long for him to finish reading. Only then did he realize how far he was from the truly invincible existence in the 9th realm. According to this training material, being at the peak of the 9th realm and comprehending the most powerful secrets of the 9th realm is still nothing, far from being invincible. If you want to become more powerful, you must master the ultimate dimensional killing move. Only by mastering an ultimate dimensional killing move can you be considered a true strongman. But how to master the ultimate dimensional killing move was not mentioned above, and he didn't know it either. He contacted the master of Shushan Realm and wanted to ask for advice. 05 and the master of Shushan Realm only left one sentence. First understand the most powerful secrets of the 9 realms and then come to me. Then we can only comprehend the most powerful secrets of the 9 realms first. Yi Tian murmured. The advantage of joining Zushan Palace is that you can observe the inheritance of the most powerful secrets of other 9 realms, and only need to make a small contribution. And when he joined the Zushan Palace, he had some contribution points. He directly exchanged the inheritance of the 6 most powerful secrets, mainly to learn from them, so that he could create his own 9 realm supreme secrets faster. In addition, there is a Zushan monument in Zushan Palace. Its value is far greater than the Pearl of Guishu, which can help him understand the rules of the highest dimension. However, if you want to gain enlightenment, you have to spend contribution points. Yi Tian spent the remaining contribution points on this to understand the supreme dimensional rules of a higher realm. Time flies. Another 100,000 domain years have passed. This day, the training dimension of Zushan Palace is in the void. Yi Tian is practicing the most powerful skills of the 9 realms here. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. The power of many multi-dimensional stars condensed together and instantly exploded into a ray of light that penetrated the besiegers in front. It's done. This move of multi-dimensional star thread has finally reached the standard of the most powerful secret skill in the 9 realms. Yi Tian was very excited. With his current strength, he can instantly kill 9th realm masters such as Peacock Realm Master and Gaiyu Realm Master with one casual blow. However, in Zushan Palace, this level of strength is not enough. Those in the 9th realm who have mastered the ultimate dimensional killing move can still easily kill him instantly. And with the help of the Zushan monument, he also upgraded the rules of the highest dimension to the level of the 60 army. But his cultivation was still at the early stage of the 9th realm. Zushan Palace had many places where he could quickly improve his cultivation in the 9th realm. But since he had no contribution points, he naturally couldn't go there to practice, but he wasn't in a hurry. He contacted the master of the Void Immortal Realm and told her that he had understood the most powerful secrets of the 9 realms. Soon, he saw the master of the Void Immortal Realm again. When he displayed the multi-dimensional star thread, the master of the virtual fairyland showed a satisfied look. Yes, it is indeed the most powerful skill in the 9 realms. The master of Shushan Realm nodded. Then, I will tell you some secret knowledge. Wow, a dimensional map emerged, which recorded the location of the first 9 territories in the upper domain and the location of the 18th dimension. You should know that our 9 ultimate forces occupy the first 9 multi-dimensional territories, and the outside world does not know the secrets of the first 9 territories. In fact, the first 9 territories are connected to the Sea of Dimensions beyond the 18th dimension. The main path of the virtual fairyland. What? The Sea of Dimensions? This was the first time Yi Tian heard about it. Yes, the Sea of Dimensions. The master of the Void Fairy Realm introduced. The Sea of Dimensions contains countless dimensional voids, various dimensional worlds, and is filled with the origin of the supreme dimensional rules. It is the source of all dimensions. The way to master the ultimate dimensional killer move lies in the Sea of Dimensions. It is impossible to master the ultimate dimensional killer move in our world. Quote. Then, the master of the Void Fairy realm talked about his own experience. I have mastered an ultimate dimensional killing move, Breaking Kill. In order to master this ultimate dimensional killing move, I entered a special dimensional world, Shiyuan, where other power systems are not allowed to exist, only a special kind of multi-dimensional power is allowed to exist. After 70,000 descents, and even almost true death, I mastered the killing. The trick to mastering the ultimate dimensional killer move is to forget about other power systems and concentrate on a multidimensional power. Only by cultivating this multidimensional power to the extreme can you hope to understand the ultimate dimensional killer move. If you enter a place in the special dimensional world, all clones must fall into deep sleep, and all the minds are concentrated in the dimensional world. Only by cultivating that multi-dimensional power can you hope to master the ultimate dimensional killing move. However, if you are killed in the dimensional world, you will not die as long as your consciousness returns. However, in some dimensional worlds, there are existences that can directly kill all your consciousness, even from the distance. All your clones, so coming to the dimension world is also dangerous. Our Zushan Palace can help you descend into different worlds, but we can't protect you. After all, no one knows when you will be in danger, and when you are in danger, it will be too late to save you. Of course, if those three is the heir of an ultimate realm lord, there must be special treatment, and there is no danger. After the master of the virtual fairyland finished speaking, Yi Tian had some understanding of how to master the ultimate dimension killing move. After that, the master of the void fairy realm said again, if you have not mastered the ultimate dimensional killing move, you must not go to the Sea of Dimensions, otherwise you will definitely die. There are many strong people in the Sea of Dimensions who have mastered the ultimate dimensional killing move, and even mastered it. With more than 2 ultimate dimensional killer moves, even I don't dare to break into the Sea of Dimensions. Thank you, Lord of the Void Immortal Realm, for reminding me. Yi Tian said gratefully, if you want to come to the dimensional world and try to understand the ultimate dimensional ultimate move, you can apply. However, I still recommend that you wait until the rules of the highest dimension are higher and the soul will is stronger before going. Although it is not very helpful, at least it is the more knowledge you have, the stronger your understanding. And when you really encounter danger, you must be strong enough to be able to block the enemy's attack from the air. The master of the virtual fairyland said again. I see, Yi Tian responded. In the following years, Yi Tian began to accumulate strength and try to gain contribution points. To accumulate contribution points in Zushan Palace, you can only accept tasks, such as going to the Sea of Dimensions to complete some tasks. This is more dangerous and will definitely not work if you are not strong enough. There are also tasks such as collecting Taihao gold liquid, but the contribution value is not much. But soon, Yi Tian found a good task that suited him very well. Chapter 3386 Divine Dimension of Heaven and Earth. This task is to be a guinea pig. Many powerful people in Zushan Palace are trying to create some special secret techniques. They are all a group of people who want to attack the 9th realm where the ultimate realm master exists. They have no hope of breaking through and can only start with various secret techniques. Many secret techniques are extremely incomplete and have serious sequelae, and I dare not practice them myself. I can only find some guinea pigs in the 8th and 9th realms to practice them, or let these 8th and 9th realms study them. Based on the research results, a certain contribution value will be given. If nothing can be researched, there will naturally be no reward. Yi Tian can completely use the cloned body to test these incomplete secret techniques and improve them, so that he can obtain a large amount of contribution points. This is simply a task tailor-made for him. Later, Yi Tian received such a task and obtained an incomplete secret technique. Dragon Devouring Secret Technique. This secret technique is mainly used to swallow some special materials to strengthen one's body. For example, swallowing some fragments of multi-dimensional stars makes the physical body extremely tough and powerful. But this secret technique is still very incomplete. The effect of swallowing multi-dimensional star fragments is very average, and the side effects are very serious. After obtaining the Dragon Devouring Secret Technique, Yi Tian focused on practicing and perfecting the Dragon Devouring Secret Technique. What a mysterious secret technique! Even if it is incomplete, you can see that the strong man who created it is absolutely extremely powerful. In the days that followed, Yi Tian focused on practicing and perfecting the secret technique of Dragon Bite. In order to perfect the Dragon Devouring Secret Technique as quickly as possible, he had multiple cloned bodies try it out, and used various multi-dimensional star tools to deduce and analyze it. After countless attempts, he gradually perfected the dragon-devouring secret technique. In the blink of an eye, tens of thousands of domain yuan years passed. I have perfected the dragon-devouring secret technique a lot, there is no need to completely perfect it. Yi Tian murmured, if the complete perfection is successful, it will be regarded as abnormal. Therefore, it is enough to perfect it to this extent. After that, he handed over the perfected dragon-devouring secret technique and waited for the evaluation of Zushan Palace. Zushan Palace, Hanshan Palace. At this time, the master of Hanshan Palace, Lord Hanshan, was evaluating the dragon-devouring secret technique submitted by Yi Tian. He deduced it a little and was shocked. The effect of the dragon-devouring secret technique has been increased by 60%, the side effects have been reduced by 30%, and the degree of perfection has been increased by at least 50%, which is great. The master of Hanshan realm gave him a very high evaluation. Through this evaluation, Yi Tian can obtain a very high contribution value from this mission. Soon after, Yi Tian gained a large amount of contribution points. Yes, you can use these contribution points to understand the heavenly monument and enter places where you can quickly improve your cultivation. Yi Tian quickly came to Zushan Pool, which is the most suitable place for improving the cultivation of the ninth realm. There is a kind of Zushan divine liquid in it, which is said to be a resource from the Sea of Dimensions. The Zushan divine liquid appears purple and contains terrifying energy fluctuations. When Yi Tian entered here, he entered the Zushan lake to practice and absorb the energy of Zushan divine liquid to improve his cultivation. Boom! Yi Tian's cultivation level is rising rapidly, and the efficiency of cultivation level improvement far exceeds that in the past. This is cultivation, Yi Tian said excitedly. After a long period of time, Yi Tian's cultivation level officially broke through to the middle stage of the ninth realm. Then, he continued to practice, and he wanted to improve his cultivation to the peak of the ninth realm through Shu Tianqi. And this practice has taken 500,000 yuan years. At this time, Yi Tian's contribution value was almost exhausted. After all, he not only has to practice in Zushan Lake, but also needs to understand the Zushan Monument, which naturally consumes a lot of contribution points. Boom! Yi Tian's cultivation level once again broke through, reaching the peak of the ninth realm. And in these years, his rules of the highest dimension have also been greatly improved, and now they have reached the level of 80 layers of rules of the highest dimension. It can be said that his current strength is much stronger than before. And in these years, he also created the second most powerful skill of the 9 realms, Zhou Tianxing Do 2, which is an upgraded version of Zhou Tian's multi-dimensional painting, focusing on defense and suppressing seal movements. In the days that followed, Yi Tian perfected several secret techniques and gained a lot of contribution points. At this time, he mainly wanted to understand the Zushan Monument to improve his rules of the highest dimension. Time flies. 1,000,000 yuan years have passed. This day, Yi Tian comprehended the 108th level of the rules of the highest dimension. At this time, he fell into the bottleneck of the rules of the highest dimension. Even the most powerful skills of the 9 realms could not break this bottleneck. It seems that we must master an ultimate dimensional killing move to break this bottleneck. Plus, now, his rules of the highest dimension cannot be improved, his cultivation level cannot be improved, and his soul will has also been raised to the limit of the 18th level during this period. It can be said that he has reached the limit in all aspects. If he wants to continue to break through, there is only one way to master an ultimate dimensional killing move. The only choice is to explore the dimension world. Yi Tian murmured. In order to master the ultimate dimensional killing move, he constantly learned about this information and the situation in the dimensional world. There are many special dimensional worlds in the Sea of Dimensions, but he wants to go to a dimensional world that suits him. Based on the information from Zushan Palace, he finally made a decision. Just go to this dimension world. God's dimension, the world. This dimensional world follows the path of the divine dimension body. It is a special dimensional power called the divine dimension. It is based on the physical body and advocates the invincible path of the physical body. What this dimensional world understands must be the ultimate dimensional killing move of the physical body. The reason why Yi Tian went to this place is because this dimension world pays attention to talents. It is said that every dimensional creature has divine dimension talents. Please. Yi Tian felt that if he lived in the past, he might be able to copy this kind of divine talent, and then continuously integrate and upgrade it to create the most terrifying divine talent. In that case, he can reach the limit on the road of divine dimension body, and the hope of creating his own ultimate dimensional ultimate move is very high. Before preparing to go to Shenwei world, Yi Tian still needs to deal with the affairs of the human race. Alter. Human race. Yi Tian called his son Yi Xingchen, his wife, daughter and other senior human race officials. Next, I will go into deep sleep. Don't disturb me until the survival of the human race is at stake. In addition, if there is really trouble, just move out of Zushan Palace. Yi Tian ordered. Yes, many powerful human beings responded. Moreover, he also placed many resources in the human race's treasure house, and then began to put all the cloned bodies into a deep sleep. Only the duplicate body in Zushan Palace was left. Chapter 3387 Divine Talent. Master Yi Tian, you are coming to Shenwei Heaven and Earth, are you sure? Confirm. We are locking the divine dimension world, and the consciousness will come soon. Yi Tian was lying on a roulette wheel. This roulette wheel was the Zushan roulette of the Zushan Palace. It was one of the ultimate treasures. It could lock the world in many dimensions, and it could arrive silently without causing any disturbance in the world. The attention of those strong people inside. Yi Tian's soul consciousness was directly absorbed by the void sky roulette, and then put into the divine dimension world. So far, all of Yi Tian's cloned bodies fell into a deep sleep, and all of his consciousness entered the divine dimension world. God controls the world. In a dilapidated sect, Yi Tian's consciousness occupied the body of a severely injured young man. Wow, he opened his eyes without any panic, then checked his body, took a look at his surroundings, made sure he was safe for the time being, and then sorted out the boy's memories in his mind. Wangtian sect, Yongwu. Yongwu belongs to the Desolate clan in the Shenwei world. The Desolate clan has a tall body and two horns on its head, but in the entire Shenwei world, it is an ordinary race. The repressive power of this side of the world is very strong. There is a special multi-dimensional power between the heaven and the earth, which should be the power of the divine dimension. 697 Yi Tian tried to control the rules of the highest dimension, but he waved his hand and found nothing. Sure enough, in the world of Shenwei, all other forces cannot be controlled, and the rules of the highest dimension are blocked. There is only dimensional power like Shenwei here. Yi Tian must forget about other powers, concentrate on the power of Shenwei, and cultivate this power to the extreme before he can master the ultimate dimensional killing move. Subsequently, Yi Tian began to study this side of the divine dimension world. He found that all the materials in the divine dimension world were very special. I am afraid that ordinary superdimensional realms would be like ordinary people when they entered here. By sorting out the young man's plan, he knew that this side of the world only absorbed the divine power between heaven and earth to temper the body. This divine dimension world divides the tempering degree of the physical body from 1 dimension to 18 dimensions. After the physical body reaches the 18th dimension, it must undergo ultimate transformation. If it can truly complete the ultimate transformation, it can transcend the divine dimension world and leave here to enter the sea of dimensions. Completing the ultimate is equivalent to mastering the ultimate dimensional killer move. This is just his guess. The specific situation is not clear yet. He is currently in the Wangtian sect, which is a small sect, but it was once very powerful and gave birth to strong men of the 18th dimension. But now, the Wangtian sect has been in extremely decline, and the strongest one is only in the 7th dimension. As for this body, it is only in the late stage of one-dimensional and is very weak. Not long ago, the predecessor of this body fought with a two-dimensional disciple and was easily severely injured by the opponent. He lay on the bed for a long time before being occupied by Yi Tian's consciousness, body. Wangtian sect, Wangtian Pavilion. Yi Tian is going to go here to look up some divine power secret books, which record how to use the power of divine power to temper the body. And he wants to create better and more perfect divine secrets through research on the divine secrets. On the way to Wangtian Pavilion, a girl seemed to be walking too fast and bumped into Yi Tian. Yi Tian was also thinking about things, so he forgot to avoid it for a moment. And just when Yi Tian's hand touched the opponent's body, he saw the opponent's talent. Talent. Divine dimension, low level. Excuse me. The girl apologized. It's okay. Yi Tian smiled. The girl is not from the Desolate tribe, but from the Green tribe. She looks quite similar to a human being, but she has blue scales on her body but not on her face. The girl apologized and left. Yi Tian, on the other hand, was thinking about the talent situation he just saw. When I first came to the divine dimension world, I thought I didn't bring my copying talent with me. He tried to activate the copy talent, but was unable to activate it. He also couldn't spy on other people's talents. Therefore, he subconsciously believed that the talent for copying was not there. AFFG. But now it seems that the copy talent has been directly suppressed by Shinwei world to the most primitive level, that is, you need to touch the other party to copy the other party's talent. And just now, he directly copied the opponent's low-level divine talent. Looks like we have to follow the same old path next. Yi Tian smiled. After arriving at Wangtian Pavilion, he flipped through various divine dimension secret books. His memory was still there and he could remember various secret books easily. Soon after, he came out of Wangtian Pavilion. Not only is his current copying talent so suppressed that he needs to touch it to copy, he even loses the ability to spy on enemies and can only open blind boxes. Perhaps when he becomes stronger, some functions of the copy talent will be activated normally. You have to copy the divine talent of a genius. The low-level divine talent is still too cool. The Wangtian sect is very weak, but there is still one genius. That person is the daughter of the current leader of the Wangtian sect, Baili Qingye. She has only been practicing for a short period of time, but she is already a 5-dimensional powerhouse. The world of this dimension calculates years in divine dimension years, and 1 divine dimension year is equivalent to 1 epoch. After returning to the residence, through his own experience and understanding, Yi Tian began to transform and perfect a divine secret method that suited him. Time passes slowly. After a period of time, Shibian's extremely powerful divine dimension secret method was created. Tianwei's secret technique. This is the divine secret method created by Yi Tian himself. It is many times more powerful than other secret methods. Immediately, Yi Tian changed to practice the secret method of Tianwei. Boom! Wisps of breath came from Shinwei's dimensional power, which was absorbed by Yi Tian to temper his body. His body structure began to change, becoming stronger and tougher. This day, Yi Tian's cultivation finally crossed from 1 dimension to 2 dimensions, but the qualifications and talents of this body are not very good. If he obtains a high divine dimension talent, he can save countless time. However, 99% of the countless creatures in the divine dimension world have low-level divine dimension talents or even no talent. Their arrival here is entirely dependent on luck. Like the Lord of the Void Immortal Realm, he descended into a divine world 70,000 times. He estimated that the aptitudes of the Master of the Void Immortal Realm who had appeared in the body many times were not good enough, and it would be difficult for him to practice to a very high level. This was why he was killed by powerful enemies and had no choice but to return. Therefore, qualifications and talents are still very important. He was not in a hurry to touch Baili Qingye. She was a 5-dimensional powerhouse. If he touched her suddenly, she would definitely kill her. Therefore, he must improve his strength. After that, he continued to practice to improve his strength, and also began to create killer moves. Only by mastering the killing move can the power of the divine body be unleashed and display its terrifying combat power. Chapter 3388 Xuantian City, 10-Dimensional Realm. Another period of time passed. This day, Yi Tian finally raised his cultivation to the 3-dimensional realm, and also created several killing moves. His strength is absolutely comparable to that of a 4-dimensional strongman. Subsequently, Yi Tian began to stand out in the Wangtian sect, and this was also to attract the attention of Baili Qingye. I saw him constantly challenging 3-dimensional level experts, easily defeating them, and even leapfrogged and defeated several 4-dimensional level elders. Because of his powerful combat power and the short training time, the leader of the Wangtian sect was shocked and prepared to train Yi Tian. When challenging these strong men, he also copied the advanced divine talent, which also increased his own cultivation speed many times. Sister Baili, I want to challenge you. Yi Tian came to Baili Qingye's mansion and said. Baili Qingye sensed Yi Tian's arrival and turned slightly. She is already a 5-dimensional powerhouse, and will definitely be able to enter the 6-dimensional realm in a short time. However, Yi Tian is only a 3-dimensional powerhouse, but he still dares to challenge her. However, since he is still a genius in the sect, he should teach him a lesson and let him know that being a 3-dimensional strong person is nothing. Okay, I agree. Immediately, Yi Tian and Baili Qingye fought. With just one move, Yi Tian was knocked away. Sister, I admit defeat. Yi Tian said quickly. Baili Qingye originally wanted to teach Yi Tian a lesson, but he didn't expect Yi Tian to admit defeat so quickly and so simply. Okay, junior brother Yongwu, the 3rd dimension is nothing. Even if I am in the 5th dimension, it is still not worth mentioning in the entire divine dimension world. Baili Qingye said. Thank you, senior sister, for reminding me. Yi Tian resigned. At this time, he was very excited. Because he copied an extremely high divine dimension talent from Baili Qingye. Talent. Divine dimension, 7 stars. 7-star divine talent, this should be the talent level of this divine talent. Although I don't know what grade it belongs to, it is definitely much higher than the top divine talent. He copied the 7-star divine dimension talent and integrated it into his body, causing his talent to skyrocket. After going back, Yi Tian began to practice the Tian-dimensional secret technique, and a large amount of divine power poured into his body, helping him to quickly temper his body and make his body stronger and stronger. 3 divine years have passed. This day, Yi Tian entered the 7th dimensional realm, and his physical body was already extremely terrifying. In this divine dimension world, he could physically cross the void. Within the Wangtian sect, the most powerful one before was the 7th dimension. However, in terms of combat power, he has surpassed the 7th dimensional realm and is absolutely comparable to the 8th-dimensional strong man. It's time to leave. The Wangtian sect is still too weak and has no inheritance. The Shenwei secrets here are too ordinary. I must get better and more Shenwei secrets to create a more powerful Tianwei secret method. Quote. Yi Tian murmured. Before leaving, Yi Tian visited Baili Qingye again. He copied the 7-star divine talent from Baili Qingye, allowing him to quickly ascend to the 7-dimensional realm. Therefore, he made up for Baili Qingye. Sister Baili. Yi Tian came to visit. Junior brother Yongwu, are you trying to challenge me again? Baili Qingye, who is already a 6th-dimensional strong man, asked. No, I want to leave the Wangtian sect. Senior sister Baili is right. The world of Shenwei is huge and I shouldn't be bound here. Yi Tian said. What, you want to leave the Wangtian sect? Baili Qingye quickly persuaded. Junior brother Yongwu, you are too weak. Without the protection of the Wangtian sect, it is too dangerous to leave here. If you encounter any danger, you may die. Senior sister Baili, I have the means to protect myself. Before I leave, I want to give senior sister a secret technique. Before Baili Qingye could react, Yi Tian was already close and pointed at Baili Qingye's eyebrows. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. Tianwei's secret method was poured into his will. Immediately afterwards, Yi Tian said goodbye, his body flashed, and his body crossed the void and left. The physical body crosses the void, the strong man of the 7th dimension. Baili Qingye was shocked. She has become a strong person in the 6th dimension. Unexpectedly, junior brother Yongwu has entered the 7th dimension, and it seems that it is not an ordinary 7th dimension. She had never felt such a powerful aura from her father. Immediately, she flipped through the Tianwei's secret technique in her mind, feeling extremely excited. 0. Please give me flowers. What a powerful divine dimension secret technique. The most powerful divine dimension secret technique in the Wangtian sect is far inferior to it. With it, I can definitely quickly advance to the 7th dimension realm. In the future, I will hopefully achieve the 10th dimension realm and revitalize the Wangtian sect. But she thought about Yi Tian and herself again. Is she really willing to stay in the Dishan sect? When I enter the 7th dimensional realm, I will also leave the Wangtian sect. Baili Qingye secretly thought. After leaving the Wangtian sect, Yi Tian prepared to go to Xuantian City in the north of the Wangtian sect. Xuantian City is the main city of Xuantian territory, and it is extremely prosperous. There are a large number of sects in Xuantian domain, and Wangtian sect is just one of the small sects. There are so many powerful people in Xuantian City, and there are countless powerful people in the 7th, 8th and 9th dimensions. A period of time later, Yi Tian arrived at Xuantian City, and encountered many dangers on the way. Fortunately, with his fighting power comparable to that of an 8th-dimensional powerhouse, he still arrived at Xuantian City alive. After arriving in Xuantian City, Yi Tian first rented a mansion to live in, and then began to collect more mysterious books. Many shops here sell Shenwei's secret books, and there are also many auctions where top Shenwei's secret books are auctioned. Yi Tian used all his abilities and wealth to purchase a large number of divine secrets in a short period of time. After that, he began to perfect the secret method of Tianwei. Another period of time passed, and Yi Tian successfully improved the Tianwei secret technique a lot, making the power of the Tianwei secret technique skyrocketing. If the previous heavenly dimensional secret technique could easily allow him to advance to the 10-dimensional realm without encountering any major bottlenecks, then now it would allow him to cultivate to the 15-dimensional realm without encountering any major bottlenecks. Very good. Next, we will collect resources to practice the Tian-dimensional secret method and try our best to advance to the 10th-dimensional realm first. He knew very well that in the Xuantian realm, only those in the 10-dimensional realm were truly strong and had enough power to protect themselves. And this practice lasted 30 divine years. This day, Yi Tian's cultivation level once again broke through, reaching the 10th dimensional realm, and he created many extremely powerful killing moves, and his combat power was almost invincible in the realm of ascending dimensions. Chapter 3389 13th Dimensional Realm. After Yi Tian broke through to the 10-dimensional realm, he dared to wander in the Xuantian realm, unlike in the past where he only dared to stay in the mansion and practice silently. Subsequently, he traveled throughout Xuantian territory and saw more places. Naturally, he encountered some fights. He would occasionally participate in them and obtain more resources and divine secrets. Of course, his main goal is to obtain more and higher divine talents. The Xuantian territory is too big. Yi Tian can obtain the 7-star divine dimension talent in the Wangtian sect, so in the huge Xuantian territory, he can naturally obtain better divine dimension talents. Not long after, he obtained the 8-star divine dimension talent, and then the 9-star divine dimension talent. However, the 9-star divine dimension talent is already at a very genius level, and it is not easy to encounter the 10-star divine dimension talent. In addition, Yi Tian's copying talent was suppressed by Shenwei World, which prevented him from easily spying on the talents of other powerful, 750, so it was difficult to find better Shenwei talents. Until one day, Yi Tian met Luo Qingshan, the son of a huge family in Xuantian territory. Luo Qingshan is the son of the head of the Luo family in the Xuantian territory. He is young, but his strength has reached the 10th dimensional realm, and he has a certain reputation in the Xuantian territory. This kid's divine talent level is definitely not low. We have to find a way to touch this Luo Qingshan. Yi Tian murmured. This kind of disciple from an aristocratic family is not an easy person to get along with. If he touches him rashly, he will definitely attack him. He is not afraid of Luo Qingshan, but the Luo family behind him is a giant, and he can't afford to offend him yet. Moreover, Luo Qingshan definitely has a guardian around him, so he is probably no match. Therefore, he must find a reasonable reason to touch Luo Qingshan. Direct challenge. It doesn't seem to work. He doesn't have any reputation in the Xuantian domain now. If any 10-dimensional strongman challenges Luo Qingshan, he won't agree. It's a pity that my copying talent is in its most basic state now. It seems to be a little inferior and I can't copy the body. Yi Tian secretly said. If he could copy his body, he could completely copy someone else's body and then forcefully touch Luo Qingshan, so he wouldn't have to worry so much. However, he soon found an opportunity. In an attic. Luo Qingshan stayed here to drink tea. Boom! A big hand came across the void, intending to destroy the area he was in with one palm. No, it's an attack from a 2-dimensional strong man. Luo Qingshan shouted. Uncle Yu, save me. At this moment, Luo Qingshan didn't have the slightest hint of a peerless genius but only fear. Faced with the attack of strong men from the 12th dimension, the 10th dimension really has no way to do anything. Boom! A figure came across the void and directly blocked the attack of the 12th-dimensional strongman. The person who came was suddenly Luo Qingshan's protector, the 12th-dimensional powerhouse, Yu Hai. Rumble! The fighting between the 12-dimensional strongmen nearly destroyed this small city and the surrounding area. Luo Qingshan fled directly across the void. At this moment, another 10-dimensional strongman came from all directions on the ground with the purpose of chasing Luo Qingshan. Rumble. Luo Qingshan's strength is not weak, and he is still at a disadvantage against more than a dozen 10-dimensional experts. But then, an 11th-dimensional strongman arrived. At this moment, Luo Qingshan was desperate. However, a figure appeared next to Luo Qingshan, dragging Luo Qingshan and running away. The person who came here was Yi Tian. He found this opportunity and directly contacted Luo Qingshan. Moreover, he was rescuing Luo Qingshan, so it was reasonable for him to contact him. Thank you for saving me. Luo Qingshan thanks. Although Yi Tian's cultivation level is only that of a 10-dimensional strongman, his speed seems to be very fast, much faster than him. He should have used a top speed increasing killer move. It turns out to be an 11-star divine talent. The qualifications are really good. Yi Tian secretly said. Ahead, several more 10-dimensional strongmen intercepted. Yi Tian used a top killer move. Boom! Several 10-dimensional experts were directly torn apart and died on the spot. At this scene, Qingshan's pupils shrank. His strength was already much more powerful than the average 11th-dimensional strongman. However, the 11th-dimensional strongman was already chasing him. I'm here to intercept the 11th-dimensional strongman, you run away quickly. With that said, Yi Tian started fighting with the 11th-dimensional strongman. Luo Qingshan did not hesitate and jumped away immediately. Boom! Yi Tian fought with the 11th dimensional strongman for a while, but was unable to do anything to him, so he ran away. As for Luo Qingshan, he has bought a lot of time for the other party. If the other party is still unable to escape, it has nothing to do with him. The 11-star divine dimension talent has been obtained, and he no longer has to take risks. He also knew very well that this matter was not simple. It involved the Luo family and the enemies of the Luo family. No matter which party it was, he could not afford to offend. Therefore, he did not dare to participate too much. Subsequently, he left quickly and found a place to live in seclusion. After that, he integrated the 11-star divine dimension talent and practiced silently. After a period of time, he finally broke through again and reached the 11th dimension. With his current strength, he is enough to rival the strong men of the 12th dimension. At this time, he came out and inquired about the incident where Luo Qingshan was attacked. Did Luo Qingshan really survive? Yi Tian learned that Luo Qingshan was finally caught up, but support from the Luo family arrived. The ancestor of the Luo family, a 15-dimensional strong man, took action directly, killing a large number of enemies. In the end, the Luo family also found the mastermind behind the scenes, but the mastermind behind the scenes was not weak. In the end, the Luo family suffered heavy losses, and Xinya killed the enemy and exited the entrance area. This is what happened. If I look for Luo Qingshan, I'm afraid I will get some benefits. After all, I bought some time for him. But Yi Tian didn't really go to Luo Qingshan, and the reward was just that. If he got involved, it would not be easy to escape in 2.3. Besides, he had gotten what he wanted and was very satisfied. The days after, Yi Tian silently accumulates resources to improve his strength, and continuously improves and creates better Tianwei secret methods. Coupled with the improvement of Shenwei talent, his strength can naturally increase quickly. In a blink of an eye, hundreds of divine years passed. This day, boom, Yi Tian's body is frantically absorbing a large amount of divine power and undergoing physical transformation. He is breaking through to the 12th-dimensional realm. I don't know how much time passed before his transformation was truly completed, and his cultivation officially reached the 12th-dimensional realm. With his current strength, he is enough to rival the strong men of the 13th dimension. Except for some old guys, his strength is already at the top of the Xuantian domain. Chapter 3390 Formation of Tianwei Pavilion. My cultivation has reached the 13th dimensional realm, but I don't have any understanding of the ultimate dimensional killer moves. Do I really have to transcend the 18th dimension and transcend the ultimate before I can hope to understand the ultimate dimensional killer moves? Quote. Yi Tian thought so. In short, it is extremely difficult to master an ultimate dimensional killing move, not that easy. Moreover, Yi Tian also knew very well that he could not practice hard alone. We must form a force. Yi Tian decided. Only by forming a force and letting many subordinates collect a large number of divine dimension secrets, resources, etc. for him can he hope to grow to the 18th dimension or even the ultimate level. Xuantian Domain, Dongping City. This is just a medium-sized city with not many strong people, far inferior to Xuantian City. However, this place is very suitable for Yi Tian to form a force. Moreover, he can also discover some geniuses with powerful divine dimension talents, and he can take these geniuses into his hands and cultivate them secretly when they are children before they have even begun to practice. After some time, Yi Tian collected a total of 5,000 of children, among whom the ones with the lowest talents were all 3-star gods, and the one with the highest talents was 9-star gods. After that, Yi Tian even created many divine secret methods suitable for them and trained them according to special training methods. And Yi Tian named the force he formed Tianwei Pavilion. Tianwei Pavilion has been staying in Dongping City since the beginning, practicing one by one. Under Yi Tian's careful training, these first members of Weiwei Pavilion have grown up rapidly. In the blink of an eye, hundreds of divine healing years passed. After these long years of training, Yi Tian has recruited hundreds of thousands of Tianwei Pavilion members, and the first batch of Tianwei Pavilion members has grown up. The one with the highest strength is Chen Jingdiang, who has the 9-star divine talent, has now raised its strength to the 10-dimensional realm. Moreover, Yi Tian attaches great importance to her and often gives her guidance. Her strength is considered to be the top level in the 10-dimensional realm. Pavilion Master, these are the recently collected divine dimensions. Chen Jingdiang handed a batch of divine secrets to Yi Tian. Yi Tian took it and took a brief look at it. Most of them were rubbish and had no reference value to him, but there were a few books that had some reference value. They contained some special knowledge that Yi Tian had never seen before. Okay, you go down. Yi Tian waved his hand. Chen Jinggying retreated. This day, somewhere in Xuantian territory, a divine dimension crack appeared, attracting many powerful people. And Tianwei Pavilion immediately informed Yi Tian of the news. Divine crack, Yi Tian thought secretly. According to his understanding, there is a small world inside these divine dimension cracks, and these small worlds often contain some opportunities. And a strong person who can seal the rift in the divine dimension must have at least 15 dimensions. The physical strength of such a strong person can already seal the dimensional void with one hand. Places like this must be very dangerous. I have to give it a try. My progress is getting slower and slower now. Although my strength has improved rapidly compared with other strong people, my goals are different from them. I need more opportunities. Okay. Therefore, he decided to break into the divine dimension rift. Even if he really fell, he would come here again and start practicing from scratch. It's just that the first visit is free, but the second visit to Zushan Palace will be charged. Dimensional cracks. When Yi Tian came here, he met many strong people, including many from the 14th dimension. Over the years, Yi Tian has been practicing hard, but his strength has not improved rapidly. He is still in the 13th dimension, but he should be in the late stage of the 13th dimension, not far from the 14th dimension. Whoosh! Yi Tian entered this divine dimension crack. As soon as he entered, he saw a large number of strong men. They all stopped here and did not move forward. Ahead was a river that ran through the void, and they were blocked by this river, and no one dared to cross it. This river, Yi Tian sensed the terrifying power above, and it seemed to be a foreign thing, but even if it was suppressed by Shenwei Tiandi, this river can still easily match the strong men of the 14th dimension. This is the water from the Sea of Dimensions, flowing into our divine dimension world. It is said that even the strong men in the 18th dimension realm dare not step into the Sea of Dimensions. A strong man in the 15th dimension realm said with emotion. What should we do? Even if the water in the Sea of Dimensions is suppressed in our divine dimension world, we cannot cross it. A strong man in the 14th dimension asked worriedly. Everyone, the water in this dimensional sea is indeed terrifying and can corrode our bodies. But I think this river is only long, not wide. We do have hope that we can break through the river and go directly there. A 15-dimensional strongman said. Breaking this river requires a special killing move. A strong man said. Ha ha ha, I happen to have such means. A 15-dimensional strong man showed his terrifying body and penetrated it with one blow. Boom, the river was divided, and at that moment, this strong man crossed the river, and there was another strong man from the 14th dimension who wanted to follow him. As a result, the speed slowed down a bit, and he was directly covered by the river water, and then his body was shattered and died. A 14-dimensional strongman, placed in the Xuantian domain, was the top 830 existence, and he died here. Next, several more 15-dimensional strongmen broke through the river and successfully crossed. There were also 15-dimensional strongmen who were unable to cross the river and followed in time. Yi Tian was not in a hurry to try, and he was not sure of breaking the river. He had to create his own special killing move. So, Yi Kai tried to create his own killer move. Similarly, other strong men are also trying to create such a killing move, but this cannot be done in a short time. Yi Tian's advantage is his experience and knowledge gained from countless years of cultivation. As for the divine talent, he is not higher than these powerful people. Time passes, and a period of time passes. The strong man inside has not come out yet, and he doesn't know whether he is in danger or unwilling to come out because of a great opportunity. This day, Yi Tian finally created a killer move that could break the river. Breaking the air, Yi Tian struck with one blow, and the void of the dimension was distorted, directly breaking the river. And he crossed over directly. Seeing a strong man from the 13th dimension crossing the river, many strong men were confused and even wondered if they were too useless. After crossing the river, Yi Tian saw a huge tomb, and those strong men had already entered the tomb. Chapter 3391 The Corpse of the Ultimate Powerhouse. Inside the tomb, Yi Tian came in. There are no formation restrictions here. After all, there is only one path to the Shenwei world, the Shenwei body. There is no formation here. However, there are some mechanisms here, and these mechanisms contain some terrible items, which can cause damage to the strong men of the 14th dimension. Yi Tian was very cautious and saw many secret rooms, but these secret rooms were all opened, probably by the strong men in front. He didn't know if there was anything good here, but at least the danger was eliminated by the strong men in front. Along the way, he also saw the corpse of a 15-dimensional strongman. He apparently died from a mechanism and his body was corroded. Gradually, Yi Tian came to the depths of the tomb. Here, he saw other strong men, and these strong men were all staring at an extremely huge corpse. This corpse had been dead for an unknown number of years, but its aura was still very terrifying. Even a 15-dimensional strong man is still far less than 1/10,000th of this corpse. However, these strong men just stared at the corpse and did not do anything. Moreover, this corpse is a member of the giant clan of the Shenwei World Forest. It is extremely large and looks even more intimidating. After Yi Tian came here, he watched silently. "Everyone, why don't you take action?" A 15-dimensional strongman said. "This should be the body of the ultimate strongman. His net worth is so rich. He should even have dimensional void objects from the outside world that can be stored. Lots of treasures. Bing, if you want to go, just go. Even if such an ultimate powerhouse dies, its body still contains murderous intent. In the divine dimension world, there are 18-dimensional powerhouses killed by corpses. There are countless such rumors. Who dares to take action?" The speaker was another 15-dimensional strongman. Yi Tian finally understood that these strongmen wanted treasures but were afraid of being killed. Of course, this ultimate powerhouse may not have left any means behind, and nothing may have happened. But who dares to bet? However, Yi Tian didn't care about those so-called treasures. He just wanted to understand the body of this ultimate powerhouse and understand what ultimate was, so as to gain something. To him, this body was the most valuable. Then, his spiritual power seeped through. In this divine dimension world, the path of soul and will is impassable. If the divine dimension body is strong, the basic spiritual power will also grow. There is no problem in releasing the spiritual power of a strong man in the 13th dimension, but it can only be released externally and has no combat effectiveness. Other strong men also saw the spread of Yi Tian's spiritual power, but they did not stop it or say anything because it was all useless. Not to mention the 13-dimensional strong man, even the spiritual power of the 15-dimensional strong man cannot shake the corpse of the extremely powerful man. The physical body is too powerful, even my spiritual power can only penetrate into its body a little bit. Yi Tian's spiritual power continued to penetrate and did not trigger any murderous means. Soon, he sensed the inside of the cells of the corpse of the ultimate powerhouse and immediately studied it silently. This physical body is indeed powerful and perfect. Yi Tian secretly said. He felt that even if he couldn't comprehend the ultimate dimensional killing move, he could at least perfect his secret method of the heavenly dimension. Time flies. These 15-dimensional strongmen and some 14-dimensional strongmen finally couldn't hold it any longer. There will definitely be more powerful people from the 15th, 16th and 17th dimensions coming later. If there are any treasures by then, it won't be their turn. Wow, a 15-dimensional strongman couldn't help it anymore and grabbed the corpse directly, wanting to take the corpse away directly and take away the dimensional void thing on his body. At the moment the body was moved, the body suddenly moved. Kill. The corpse of this ultimate powerhouse moved, and its body movements were very uncoordinated. It was definitely unable to exert its full strength before birth. However, many strong men were so frightened that they fled one after another. Unexpected. The 15th dimensional strongman who grabbed the corpse was directly crushed to pieces by the ultimate corpse with one hand. Yi Tian reacted quickly and ran away immediately. Perhaps because of his lowest cultivation level, the corpse of the ultimate strongman did not attack him immediately but attacked other strong men. Wow! Yi Tian came out of the tomb and broke through the river and quickly escaped from this divine dimension craftsmanship. The other strong men escaped one by one. Immediately afterwards, the most terrifying thing happened. The body of the ultimate strongman was also chased out. Everyone knows that this corpse is not resurrected, but a means of staying behind, using the corpse to forcibly retain a trace of the ultimate spiritual power. Now, it is this ultimate spiritual power that controls this corpse. Once the spiritual power is exhausted, it will be completely unable to move. Bang bang bang. One by one, strong men in the 15th dimension were killed, and many strongmen in the 14th dimension were easily killed. Suddenly, more powerful beings appeared one after another. They were strong men from other domains, and one of them even reached the 17th dimensional realm. Rumble. The fighting began, but even the strong men of the 17th dimension could not defeat this ultimate corpse. The opponent could exert the fighting power between the ascended dimension and the 18th dimension. I don't know how long has passed, but the strength of the ultimate corpse is declining, which shows that the ultimate spiritual power is being exhausted. However, a 17th dimensional strongman was penetrated by an explosion of the ultimate corpse, was severely injured, and then fell down. Senior W, are you okay? Yi Tian appeared in time, protected the 17th dimensional powerhouse, and also met the 17th dimensional powerhouse. Thanks. The 17th dimensional strongman thanked him and left immediately. He obviously gave up the fight, mainly because he was severely injured. If he continued to stay here and rob the treasure, he would not be able to protect the treasure. Maybe, okay, will also be attacked and killed by his opponent. So, he wanted to leave quickly. And just after the other party left, Yi Tian smiled slightly. He touched this 17-dimensional strongman and felt the other person's divine talent. The opponent was worthy of being a strong man who had cultivated to the 17th dimension. His divine dimension talent was indeed very high, reaching 15 stars. He was also the one with the best talent that he had ever met. And this 15-star divine dimension talent has been copied by Yi Tian. After merging it back, it will become his. By then, his divine talent will be enhanced, and his training will become faster and easier. In the void above, the battle continues. And more powerful people from the 17th dimension are coming. Sudden, the ultimate corpse had one arm cut off. There was nothing special about this arm. There was no treasure on it, so no strong man snatched it. Yi Tian immediately grabbed the arm and left quickly. Chapter 3392 Kill the 15-dimensional strong man. Yi Tian only wanted to study the corpse of the ultimate powerhouse, and did not want to compete for other treasures, and those treasures were not something that he, a mere 13-dimensional powerhouse, could participate in. And he obviously couldn't get the complete ultimate corpse. Now he can get an arm from the corpse of the ultimate strong man, which is already very good. He kept shuttling and gradually moved far away from there. After that, he kept taking detours back to Tianwei Pavilion. After returning, he immediately began to retreat. It is indeed the corpse of the ultimate strong man, this arm is so perfect. Yi Tian murmured. He found that even his external real body copy body was only slightly stronger than this ultimate body in terms of physical strength. The key is that the divine dimension world here only allows the tempering of the physical body. There is no other energy system, and there is no supreme dimensional domain body, just the pure physical body. Reaching this point with a purely physical body may be impossible for the multi-dimensional electricity he lives in. But the divine body can do it. This is the effect of the divine power of heaven and earth. It is precisely because of this that by studying the power of the divine dimension, we can hope to create the ultimate dimensional ultimate move. Time passed and Yi Tian was still studying. 067 this day. He came out of seclusion and asked about the ultimate powerhouse. This matter caused a lot of trouble in Xuantian territory, and the members of Kaiwei Pavilion naturally knew about it. Soon, Yi Tian learned what happened from the members of Tianwei Pavilion. It turns out that the last 18-dimensional strongman appeared and took away the treasure. Yi Tian secretly said. In the days that followed, Yi Tian silently studied the arms of the ultimate powerhouse and realized the mystery of the body of the ultimate powerhouse. Moreover, he also discovered some flaws in his body and continued to improve the Tianwei secret method. Gradually, another 100 divine dimension years passed. At this time, Yi Tian has perfected the Tian-dimensional secret technique to its current limit, allowing him to cultivate to the 18th dimensional realm without any problem. And his cultivation has officially entered the 14th dimensional realm, and through the ultimate powerhouse's arm, he created an extremely terrifying killing move, the Golden Arm Kill. The effect of this killing move is to concentrate all the power of the whole body on the arm, and cause the blessing of the divine dimension between heaven and earth, so as to tear the dimensional void. One move is enough to kill a 15-dimensional strong man. However, even the golden arm kill is far from being called the ultimate dimensional killing move. It can only be regarded as the top conventional killing move. In the Xuantian territory, my strength should be among the strongest. Yi Tian murmured. But the Xuantian territory is just a remote place in the entire divine dimension world, and there is not even a single powerful person in the 16th dimension. There may have been strong men in the 16th dimension, but they all went to other places to seek a higher realm and would not stay in Xuantian domain. Yi Tian is not in a hurry to go elsewhere. He plans to continue to expand Tianwei Pavilion. He wants Tianwei Pavilion to become the most powerful force in Xuantian domain, and then develops to other places step by step. Therefore, he recruited a large number of children with high divine dimension talents and members of various races who had just entered cultivation. Gradually, there are more and more members in Tianwei Pavilion. Such unscrupulous solicitation naturally aroused dissatisfaction from other forces. Xuantian domain, Binshui sect, This is one of the top sects in the Xuantian territory, with 2 ancestors who are in the 15th dimension, and there are also many strong men in the 13th and 14th dimensions. The key is that Yi Tian's Tianwei Pavilion happens to be within the territory of Binshui sect. Tianwei Pavilion is crazy about recruiting children with divine dimension talents. This is undoubtedly the root of Binshui sect's strong foundation. Therefore, after Binshui sect found out, they naturally wanted to destroy Tianwei Pavilion. Tianwei Pavilion, Chen Jinggying came to report. Pavilion Master, we have 3 members of the 9th dimension and many members of the 6th and 7th dimensions who were killed by the Binshui sect when they were recruiting a group of children. When Yi Tian heard this, he was immediately furious. Binshui sect. Yi Tian was very angry. A strong man from Binshui sect came to warn him before, but he didn't expect to take action so soon. I'll handle this matter, Yi Tian said. Chen Jinggying reminded. Pavilion Master, the Binshui sect is very powerful, with 2 powerful men in the 15th dimension. Don't worry, I can handle it, Yi Tian said. Later, he went to Binshui sect in person. Binshui sect. It occupies a huge mountain range, and a large number of strong people live here. Moreover, there are thousands of cities near Binshui sect protecting Binshui Guo headquarters. This day, Yi Tian crossed over and arrived outside Binshui sect. At this time, the strong men of Binshui sect sensed it one after another and appeared one by one. Who is your excellency? A 14th dimensional strongman asked. Tianwei Pavilion, Yang Wu. Yi Tian introduced himself. It's you. Many strong men from Binshui sect were startled. They did not expect that the master of Tianwei Pavilion would dare to come here. Kill him together. These strong men besieged Yi Tian. However, puff puff, before the powerful men could react, they were easily slaughtered by Yi Tian. At this time, Han Dongxi, a 15-dimensional strongman from Binshui sect, appeared and attacked Yi Chong directly. Kill with golden arm. Yi Tian used this killing move. Puff. Han Dongxi's killing move was shattered by Yi Tian's blow, and the light of the golden arm kill penetrated Han Dongxi, killing him completely. With just one move, a 15-dimensional strong man was killed, and countless strong men in the entire country were shocked. At this moment, another 15-dimensional strongman from Binshui sect was so frightened that he ran away, but Yi Tian quickly caught up with him and sent him on his way with a golden arm. At this point, the 2 15-dimensional strongmen of Binshui sect fell and died one after another. Immediately afterwards, Yi Tian performed a range-type killing move, shaking the dimensional void with his pure body, allowing the attack power to spread. Bang bang bang, a large number of Binshui sect disciples exploded. Not long after, the entire Binshui sect was slaughtered by Yi Tian. After, Yi Tian left Binshui sect, but this matter has been publicized. Soon, rumors spread throughout Xuantian territory that Yang Wu of Tianwei Pavilion had destroyed Binshui sect and drunkenly killed 2005-dimensional fishermen in Binshui Jing. Suddenly, many forces were afraid of Yang Wu. Somewhere in Xuantian territory, Baili Qingye, who is already a strong man in the 9th dimension, also came to Xuantian city and heard about Yang Wu. Yang Wu, could it be my junior brother Yang Wu? Impossible. Although junior brother Yang Wu is very evil, he was only in the 7th dimensional realm when he left. Now, even if he is evil, he can only be in the 10-dimensional realm at most. And this legendary one Yang Wu was the one who killed 2 powerful men in the 15th dimensional realm and was the top being in the Xuantian realm. She shook her head, thinking that the 2 had the same name and were not the same person. Chapter 3393 The Incomplete Killing Move of the Ultimate Powerhouse. Baili Qingye did not join other forces, so he thought of joining Tianwei Pavilion. After all, Tianwei Pavilion is too powerful now, and it recruits a large number of people with powerful Shenwei talents. If they join Tianwei Pavilion, they may rise. Therefore, Baili Qingye took the initiative to join Tianwei Pavilion. After some assessment, Baili Qingye successfully joined Tianwei Pavilion. After some time, Baili Qingye successfully broke through to the 10-dimensional realm with the help of Tianwei Pavilion's resources. Baili Qingye, who is in the 10-dimensional realm, is already qualified to see Yi Tian. This day, a group of senior officials of Tianwei Pavilion met Yang Wu, the legendary master of Tianwei Pavilion, also known as Yi Tian. When Baili Qingye saw Yi Tian, he was stunned. It's really junior brother Yang Wu. Baili Qingye was shocked. However, she did not speak. At the same time, Yi Tian also noticed Baili Qingye, his former senior sister. Senior sister Baili, she actually joined the Tianwei Pavilion I founded, and her cultivation has reached the 10-dimensional realm, so she is not slow in her cultivation. Yi Tian secretly said. After the others retreated, Yi Tian called Baili Qingye to stop. Sister Baili, long time no see. Yi Tian spoke first. Pavilion Master, I have joined Tianwei Pavilion now, you can just call me Qingye. Baili Qingye doesn't dare to be Yi Tian's senior sister. If this spreads out, how big of a fuss will be caused? Okay, then I'll call you Qingye. Yi Tian and Baili Qingye chatted for a while, but Baili Qingye was always a little restrained. After all, he is now the most powerful being in Xuantian domain, and although Baili Qingye is not weak, he is far inferior to Yi Tian, so he is naturally very restrained. For Yi Tian, meeting Baili Qingye was just a small episode. Time flies. Yi Tian has been expanding Tianwei Pavilion, and finally allowed Tianwei Pavilion's power to expand to many other territories outside Xuantian territory after just 100 Shenwei years. As for Yi Tian himself, his strength has also skyrocketed. He has broken through to the 15th dimensional realm, and his combat power is enough to rival the strongest men in the 16th dimensional realm. With the golden arm killing move, he is enough to kill most of the 16th dimensional men. However, this level of strength is only invincible in the Xuantian domain. When compared to the entire divine dimension world, it is not worth mentioning. There are hundreds of thousands of places like the Xuantian domain in the divine dimension world, and the most powerful one is naturally the divine dimension domain, which is the core of the divine dimension world. But Yi Tian is still very weak, so naturally he doesn't want to go there. Otherwise, once he encounters a being who has completed ultimate transformation and creates an extremely powerful ultimate dimensional killing move, he may be able to kill him and all the copies from a distance. What about the body? Therefore, he must keep a low profile. This day, Yi Tian's Tianwei Pavilion inquired about the ruins left by the ultimate powerhouse in the Xuanwu domain to the west of the Xuantian domain. Many powerhouses have been there. It is said that the ruins contain the remains of the ultimate powerhouse. The remaining move came down. It is said that the ultimate powerhouse wanted to create a killing move, but in the end he couldn't create it, leaving traces of the incomplete move at that ruins. Countless years have passed. The traces of missing moves are still there. After Yi Tian got the news, he rushed to Xuanwu domain as soon as possible. Xuanwu domain. The tiger kills the leader. When Yi Tian came here, he saw a towering sacred mountain, and on the cliff of the sacred mountain, traces of incomplete Japanese moves remained here. Strong men below the 14th dimension dare not approach at all, otherwise the traces of this incomplete move will be enough to severely damage the strong men in the 14th dimension. Wow! Yi Tian approached the cliff and felt the breath of the incomplete move. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. His body could bear this wisp of breath without any problems. Although he was only in the 15th dimensional realm, he had tempered his body to the most perfect state of this realm. There was no flaw at all, and the strength of his body was terrifying. This move is very powerful, much more powerful than my golden arm kill. Yi Tian secretly said. He estimated that this ultimate powerhouse also wanted to create an ultimate dimensional killing move, but he still had insufficient knowledge and understanding, so he was never able to create it. According to what the master of the Void Fairy Realm said, if you want to create an ultimate dimensional killing move, you can only hope to create an ultimate dimensional killing move after completing the ultimate. However, the ultimate powerhouse is still only on the road to ultimatization, far less than the existence that has truly completed the ultimate. Naturally, it is difficult to create the ultimate dimensional killer move. 0 Please give me flowers. Although this incomplete move is not the ultimate dimensional killer move, it is the true hard work of an ultimate powerhouse, and it still contains a hint of the ultimate dimensional killer move. Yi Tian was glad that he came here. This incomplete ultimate move was indeed very useful to him. Then, he continued to study this incomplete move here, trying to absorb its essence and integrate it into his own golden arm kill. One Shenwei year passed after another, and he barely cared about Tianwei Pavilion's affairs, leaving all those trivial matters to Chen Jingying and other Tianwei Pavilion senior officials. In addition, his intimidation power is so amazing that there will be almost no trouble in the Xuantian domain. Oh, in the blink of an eye, 500 divine dimension years passed. This day, Yi Tian left the tiger-killing leader. Although these years have delayed his cultivation is still at the 15th dimensional realm, but there has been a qualitative change in his killing moves. After returning to Tianwei Pavilion, he briefly dealt with the troubles left over by these years, and then continued to retreat. He wants to perfect the golden arm kill. Another 100 divine dimension years have passed. At this moment, Yi Tian has successfully perfected the golden arm kill. He has perfected the golden arm kill to the limit of ordinary killing moves. It is very close to the ultimate dimensional killing move and even contains a hint of the mystery of the ultimate dimensional killing move. It can be said that the ultimate master's accomplishments in killing moves are probably at this level. In the days that followed, he devoted all his efforts to improving his cultivation, spending hundreds of divine dimension years, and finally raised his cultivation to the 16th dimensional realm. However, with the ultimate move of golden arm kill, he was sure that he would not fall behind in a fight with the strong man of the 18th dimension. Therefore, as long as he does not encounter the ultimate powerhouse, he will most likely be in no danger. To understand more of the inheritance or traces left by the ultimate powerhouses will be of great benefit to me in creating my own ultimate dimensional ultimate move. Yi Tian secretly said, but he didn't have time to search for it little by little. The members of Tianwei Pavilion had to search for it. In this way, hundreds of divine years have passed. On this day, the remains of an ultimate powerhouse were discovered by Tianwei Pavilion. Chapter 3394 Breaking Through the 18th Dimension. Shuilin Domain, Curling Battlefield. This place was once the battlefield of several extremely powerful people, and even some extremely powerful people died here. Coupled with the special nature of this place, a special ruins gradually formed. At this time, this battlefield still has the power of some ultimate experts, so this battlefield is still very dangerous. Yi Tian traveled for a long time before arriving at Shuilin territory. Shuilin Domain is very far away from Xuantian Domain, with hundreds of domains separated in between. It was also an accident that Tuanrang Xuantian Pavilion learned the information here. After arriving at the curling battlefield, Yi Tian felt the extreme chill, and everything here was frozen by a terrifying divine power. He stepped into the curling battlefield step by step, and soon sensed a trace, which was the trace caused by an ultimate powerhouse's killing move. And he also sensed that 730 had another 18th dimensional strongman, who also sensed traces here, and seemed to have the same plan as him. Yi Tian did not disturb the other party, and chose another seat, where he silently meditated. Time flies. After a long period of time, Yi Tian continued to look for other traces, and soon found another trace, and continued to understand the attack of the ultimate powerhouse. In this way, Yi Tian walked on the curling battlefield, feeling the traces of the ultimate strong man's battle. Gradually, he understood a lot of things and gained more and more. This day, deep in the curling battlefield, Yi Tian saw the remaining power of an attack. Even he did not dare to approach, otherwise he would definitely be killed. The power of this blow should be something very close to the ultimate dimensional killer move. Yi Tian guessed. Immediately, he continued to meditate here, and this time the meditative gains were even greater. In this way, Yi Tian meditated here again for a long time. There are other places in the curling battlefield, such as the place where the blood of the ultimate strong man is transformed. Yi Tian studied it for a while, but in the end he did not gain much, so he did not continue to study it. After that, Yi Tian left the curling battlefield and returned to Tianwei Pavilion. Then he began to sort out his harvest, continued to perfect the golden arm kill, and also created another amazing killing move, Aurora Escape, which he used again at a speed that exceeded the limit. Combined with the golden arm kill, it is enough to kill any enemy. In the tens of thousands of God's years that followed, Yi Tian continued to practice hard, and finally reached the 17th dimensional realm. At the same time, he cultivated many strong men in the 14th and 15th dimensions, making Tianwei Pavilion truly a mysterious place. Number 1 in heaven. Even if he is not in Xuantian territory, Tianwei Pavilion is still a giant. No force dares to offend Tianwei Pavilion in Xuantian territory. With the realm of 17 dimensions, combined with the two ultimate killing moves of Golden Arm Kill and Aurora Escape, my strength is almost invincible to the ultimate powerhouse. Yi Tian murmured, but he still didn't see the hope of creating the ultimate dimensional killer move. It was really difficult to create the ultimate dimensional killer move. However, he has other gains, that is, as his strength becomes stronger, the situation of suppressed copying talents has been alleviated. For example, he can now copy talents over a range of hundreds of meters and spy on talents. You can even copy the opponent's divine talents without touching them. And he felt that he only needed to improve his cultivation and reach the realm of 18 dimensions. The copied talent could also exert more functions, such as the fusion upgrade function. Therefore, he has been working hard to practice hard, using the secret method of the heavenly dimension to absorb the power of the divine dimension to temper his body. Today's Tian-dimensional secret technique has been perfected countless times by him, and it is already one of the top divine dimension secret techniques in the divine dimension world. The realm of heavenly magic. Tianqi Mountain. The power of the divine dimension here is extremely rich, and it is one of the top treasures in the heavenly arts domain. If you practice here, you can absorb more of the power of the divine dimension, and your cultivation will improve quickly. However, this place is occupied by a powerful force, and even ordinary strong men in the 18th dimension dare not break in here. However, this day, a figure came across the void and wanted to enter Tianqi Mountain to practice. Swish swish swish, 6 18-dimensional strong men appeared one after another and intercepted the intruder. And the person who came here was Yi Tian. Yi Tian found out about the specialness of Tianqi Mountain and prepared to enter the place to practice, which would allow him to break through to the 18th dimensional realm faster. As for the Hengyuan gate occupying Tianqi Mountain, he completely ignored it. The Hengyuan sect is indeed very powerful, with dozens of strong men from the 18th dimension, but there is no ultimate strong man. Therefore, he is not afraid of Hengyuan sect at all. Everyone, I only need to practice in Hengwumen for a while and then leave. Yi Tian said. Court death. These 6 18-dimensional strong men were furious, and one of the 18-dimensional strong men directly attacked and killed Yi Tian. From the opponent's perspective, it's not a casual matter for the 18th dimension to attack the 17th dimension. However, he far underestimated Yi Tian's strength. Kill with golden arm. Yi Tian made a thunderous move and killed this 18th dimensional strongman with one blow, causing the expressions of other 18th dimensional strongmen to change drastically. Let's do it together. Boom. The battle breaks out. However, Yi Tian's strength was too strong. He didn't hold anything back at all. With the two major killing moves of golden arm kill and aurora escape, he could kill an 18th dimensional strongman in almost one move. In a short period of time, all 6 of these 18th dimensional experts were killed. Then, he stepped into the Hengyuan gate. At this time, the other 18-dimensional strong men inside the Hengyuan sect came out, but when they saw Yi Tian's combat power of instantly killing an 18-dimensional strong man with one move, they were all too frightened to take action. I'm just practicing here. If you don't disturb me, I will leave after a while. Yi Tian said coldly. You can choose a mountaintop as a dojo for training. The other 18-dimensional experts from Hengyuan sect gave in. Immediately, Yi Tian chose a position of 2.6, and then began to practice with the help of the power of the Hengyuan sect's divine dimension. What a rich divine power! It is worthy of being the top treasure of the divine world. Yi Tian smiled. Immediately, he went into seclusion here to practice hard, and with the help of the secret method of the heavenly dimension, he absorbed a large amount of divine power and quickly tempered his body. His cultivation level is getting higher and higher, and his aura is getting stronger and stronger. Thousands of divine years later. This day, boom. Yi Tian's physical fitness broke through and reached the realm of 18 dimensions. At this time, the 18-dimensional strong men of Hengyuan sect also sensed Yi Tian's breakthrough, and they did not dare to attack Yi Tian even more. Yi Tian of the 17th dimension can instantly kill the 18th dimension. Now that Yi Tian has broken through the 18th dimension, wouldn't he be able to compete with the ultimate powerhouse? Chapter 3395 The Ultimate Secret. I finally broke through the 18-dimensional realm, and the next step is to become the ultimate powerhouse. Yi Tian secretly said. Immediately, he took a look at the other 18-dimensional strong men in the Hengyuan sect and saw that they were quite honest, so he left directly. After Yi Tian left, the 18-dimensional strong men of Hengyuan sect breathed a sigh of relief. Who is this? He is so powerful. I don't know, he's a very unfamiliar strong man, but he will definitely become the ultimate fighter in the future. Fortunately, strong men like these don't kill many people, otherwise our Hengyuan sect would be a thing of the past. After reaching the 18th dimensional realm, Yi Tian knew that if he wanted to continue to make breakthroughs, it would not be possible by ordinary opportunities. We must go to the divine dimension realm. Yi Tian knew very well that only the divine dimension realm had the secret to breaking through to the ultimate powerhouse. If he studied slowly by himself, it would take too long to break through to the ultimate powerhouse. So this day, Yi Tian takes some of the elites of Tianwei Pavilion to develop in the divine dimension realm. It may be difficult in the early stage, but as long as he gets a foothold there, Tianwei Pavilion will gradually grow and it will still be helpful to him. As soon as they heard that they were going to the divine dimension realm, many members of the Tianwei Pavilion were extremely excited. After all, it was the real core of the divine dimension realm and a holy realm. Everyone wanted to go there. It's just that the journey from the Xuantian territory to the divine dimension territory is too far, and there are countless dangerous places to pass through, and you may even encounter some strong men intercepting and killing you. Therefore, even the strong men in the 15th dimension dare not cross the void to go to the divine dimension realm. But now that Yi Tian is leading the way, they are no longer afraid. Soon, Yi Tian made arrangements and took hundreds of Tianwei Pavilion members to the divine dimension domain. As time passed, they kept on the road and encountered some minor troubles on the way, but Yi Tian solved them. And an 18th dimensional strongman was enough to intimidate some young people, but he didn't encounter too much trouble. After a long time, the divine realm has arrived. Yi Tian did not go directly to the core area of the divine dimension domain, but found a giant city to settle down in an edge area. Subsequently, Yi Tian bought an area as the new residence of Tianwei Pavilion, and then learned about the information about the divine dimension realm. He still had too many unknowns about this place. Moreover, he also asked the members of Tianwei Pavilion to purchase and gather information, and then compile the information. Soon after, Yi Tian gained some understanding of the divine dimension realm. The divine dimension territory is very large, hundreds of times larger than the Xuantian territory. There are many forces here, the most powerful of which is the 13th heaven sect. These 13 sects all have strong men who have truly completed the ultimate. These strong men who have completed the ultimate are called the ultimate masters. And there are many ultimate powerhouses, a lot of them. However, those ultimate lords who have completed their ultimate transformation are almost not in the divine dimension realm. It is said that they have all left the divine power world and gone to the Sea of Dimensions. The ultimate master should be someone who has mastered the ultimate dimension's ultimate move, but he still hasn't reached the level of the ultimate realm master. However, the physical body of the ultimate lord should be much stronger than the physical body of the 9 realms. In addition, after entering the Sea of Dimensions, they can also take other paths and master other powers, not just the divine dimension body. The strength there will be an earth-shaking change in time. Therefore, those ultimate lords want to stay in the Sea of Dew, not the divine dimension world. This is his guess, but he was not very clear about how powerful the 9 realms were, having mastered the ultimate dimensional killing move. For example, if he masters the ultimate dimensional killing move, after returning, he will be able to condense his divine dimensional body and make his physical body stronger again. He will definitely not be weaker than the ultimate lord, right? Certainly, no one knows how many ultimate lords there are in the divine world, and there may be others who can rival the ultimate realm lords. However, this is unlikely. If there really is an ultimate realm lord, Zushan Palace will not dare to come to the divine dimension world, otherwise it will definitely be discovered. In addition to the 12 heavenly sect, there are some forces that also have the ultimate powerhouse, but they do not have the ultimate master. In short, there are really many ultimate powerhouses in the divine dimension realm. Divine dimension domain. Yi Tian met a powerful 18th dimensional man. This 18th dimensional powerhouse comes from a powerful force, which has 3 ultimate powerhouses. Yi Tian met the other party to buy the ultimate information in the other party's hands. The other party offered a high price, but he was also willing to buy it. There are many 18-dimensional strong men who sell ultimate materials. These 18-dimensional strong men all want to attack the ultimate, so they will collect resources at all costs to increase their strength. Li Wanye, where is your information? Yi Tian asked. This is it. Li Wanye took out a stack of information. Where are the resources? Give. Yi Tian took out a small void dimension object. This treasure alone was worth a lot of money, and there were also a lot of resources inside it that he had collected in the past. Li Wanye sensed it with his mental power and nodded with satisfaction. Very good, then let's make a deal. After the transaction, the two separated. Li Wanye didn't even think about intercepting Yi Tian. After all, he could cultivate to the 18th dimension. No one was sure of defeating the other, and he couldn't invite the ultimate powerhouse. As for inviting a few more 18th dimensional people to do this, there is a risk of exposure, so it's not worth it. Yi Tiana 577 received the information given by Li Wanye, but he did not believe it immediately. He made a deal with another 18th dimensional strongman and compared the two information. The information is correct. It seems that these 18th dimensional experts don't dare to fool people. Otherwise, if they are exposed, it will offend beings of the same level. It is really not worth it. Yi Tian went back and studied the information. According to the information, if a strong person in the 18th dimension wants to break through and become the ultimate strong person, he cannot blindly temper his body. There is no way to break through in this way. When an 18th dimensional expert tempers his body to a certain extent, he will no longer be able to continue tempering. His body will fall into a bottleneck and he will not be able to make any progress. At this time, it is necessary to maximize the spiritual power, that is, to integrate the spiritual power with the power of the divine dimension, to make the spiritual power jump, and to have a trace of ultimate attributes, which is the ultimate spiritual power. After the spiritual power breaks through, the transformed ultimate spiritual power is then used to affect the body, thereby achieving the ultimate physical transformation. This is the breakthrough route of the divine way developed by the divine world. However, the integration of mental power and divine power is extremely difficult. Only by mastering the corresponding secret method can there be any hope of breakthrough. And different 18 dimensions have different corresponding secret methods. Only self-created secret methods can help you break through. If you use other secret methods to try to break through, the failure rate is too high, but there is also a success rate, but the success rate is too low. Chapter 3396 The Incomplete Ultimate Secret Method. Create your own ultimate secret. Yi Tianming realized it. He knew the way to break through to the ultimate power, and then he prepared for this goal. However, he still has one thing to do, which is to copy the divine talent. The divine dimension domain is the core of the divine dimension world. There are a large number of powerful divine dimension talents here, and the level of divine dimension talents here must be very high. Over the years, he has traveled to many places and met many highly talented people. And his divine dimension talent is now 16 stars. So, he began to walk in the divine dimension realm, looking for those with 16 or 17-star divine dimension talents. Soon, he met an 18-dimensional powerhouse with a 17-star divine dimensional talent, and then copied the other person's divine dimensional talent and merged it into his own. However, he did not encounter an 18-star divine dimension talent. However, his copying talent also restored a function after he was promoted to the 18th dimensional realm, and that was fusion upgrade. Therefore, he only needs to copy multiple 17-star divine dimension talents to create an 18-star divine dimension talent. A long time passed. Yi Tian copied too many divine dimension talents, such as copying a bunch of 16-star divine dimension talents and superimposing them into a 17-star divine dimension talent, thus creating a 17-star divine dimension talent. In the blink of an eye, hundreds of Shenwei years have passed. On this day, he finally gathered enough 17-star divine dimension talents, and after fusion, the Tianba star divine dimension talents came out. Boom! The fusion of the 18-star divine dimension talents with his body caused tremendous pain, but he endured it with force. After a long time, the 18-star divine dimension talents were successfully integrated. That's it, the 18-star divine dimension talent. This may be the highest divine dimension talent in the world. Immediately, he started practicing with his 18-star divine dimension talent. Boom! A large amount of divine power pours into the body, tempering the body, and making the body become stronger quickly. The talent of the 18-star divine dimension is really evil. At this speed, it won't be long before I can raise my body to the limit of the 18 dimension. Yi Tian secretly said, really, only 100 divine dimension years have passed, and Yi Tian has reached the limit of the 18-dimensional realm, and his body has been tempered to the point where it can no longer progress. At this point, he is facing the challenge of reaching the ultimate realm. It is not easy to create the ultimate secret method on your own. If there is a new ultimate secret method for me to refer to, it will be 10 times easier. However, he is not a member of those powerful forces, so it is difficult for him to obtain such an ultimate secret method. And even if you join, you won't be trusted, and you don't know how many years you have to wait to get the ultimate secret. Perhaps it was easier for the 12 Heavens sect to obtain the ultimate secret method, but he did not dare to join the 12 Heavens sect. If he encountered the ultimate master, he would be exposed in an instant. Let's try first to see if we can get some incomplete ultimate secrets. Yi Tian thought to himself. In the years that followed, he searched for the ultimate secret method and collected resources. If he doesn't have enough resources and wealth, he won't be able to afford the ultimate secret method one day. Time flies, and tens of thousands of years pass by in a blink of an eye. Yi Tian is still in the 18th dimensional realm, but he has created many top-notch killing moves, making his shortcomings almost non-existent. But he still has not obtained the ultimate secret method, but he has heard news about the ultimate secret method many times, but it turned out to be false news. In the process of searching for the ultimate secret method, he also made friends with some powerful people in the 18th dimensional realm. They were also looking for the ultimate secret method, and they got to know each other. This day, Yi Tian received news that a certain ultimate powerhouse from one of the 12 sects took out an incomplete ultimate secret technique and put it up for auction. Although it is an incomplete ultimate secret method, it can still allow an 18-dimensional strong man to achieve the ultimate spiritual power. However, the success rate is very low, and even if he breaks through, his potential will be exhausted, and he will never be able to become the ultimate master. Realm. However, there are still many powerful 18th-dimensional people who are eager to obtain such ultimate secrets. And this also attracted Yi Tian. Finally, I encountered the ultimate secret method. Even if it is an incomplete ultimate secret method, I must get it. Yi Yan said. Shun Yucheng. Yi Tian came here and found that many powerful people from the 18th dimension had come here. Shunyu City is the venue for this auction, and it belongs to one of the territories of Yaori Tianzong, one of the 12 heavenly sects. Yi Tian also discovered some friends, whom he met on the way to search for the ultimate secret method. They used to be friends, but now they are competitors. No one will give up such an ultimate secret method. If they are snatched away, they will fight tooth and nail without giving any face. However, we still greet each other politely when we meet. At the auction venue, powerful men from the 18th dimension came. Everyone was here for the incomplete ultimate secret method. There were also some strong men from the 16th and 17th dimensions. They were not for the ultimate secret method, but for other things, treasure. There are a lot of good things in such an auction, not just incomplete ultimate secrets. 1. The auction began, and one treasure after another appeared. Yi Tian even discovered a dimensional star weapon. This is definitely not something from the divine dimension world. It should come from the multi-dimensional territory or a place similar to the multi-dimensional territory. The strong men in these places were killed by the ultimate lord in the Sea of Dimensions. Killed, the treasures on his body were confiscated, and then brought back to Shenwei world. However, after these things fell into the divine dimension world, they lost their functions and could only be of a little use. But as long as it is useful, these powerful people are willing to spend a huge price to bid. But Yi Tian had no interest in these things. He closed his eyes, calmly adjusted his breathing, and waited for the auction of the incomplete ultimate secret technique. Time passed slowly and gradually came to the last moment of the auction. Finally, the ultimate secret method of incomplete items is revealed. As the money good, the last final item, an incomplete ultimate secret method, comes from the Yaori Tian sect, and it is absolutely authentic. The starting price is 300 million Shenwei Tian coins. Shouted the auctioneer. Immediately, one by one the 18th dimensional powerhouses began to bid crazily. 600 million, 1 billion prosperity, 2 billion. These 18-dimensional strong men are very crazy. Yi Tian also participated in the bidding. He prepared 5 billion Shenweidian coins, but gradually realized that his money seemed not enough. Soon, someone offered 5.1 billion Shenweidian coins. Helpless, Yi Tian could only give up the bidding. In the end, the ultimate secret method was photographed by an 18-dimensional strongman for 12.3 billion divine dimension coins. It has to be said that these 18-dimensional strongmen who have lived for countless years are indeed very rich, and Yi Tian cannot match them in a short time. However, this does not mean that this 18-dimensional strongman can be successfully taken away. Yi Tian still has hope. Chapter 3397 successfully obtained the ultimate secret method. The powerful 18th dimensional man who photographed the incomplete ultimate secret technique is the Lord of Dongxi City, and is called the Lord of Dongxi City. The Lord of Dongxi City has lived for countless years, and he was already a strong man at the limit of the 18th dimension before the infinite years. He tried to reach the ultimate realm countless times, but all failed. This time, he successfully auctioned off the incomplete ultimate secret technique, and he was very excited to have the hope of becoming the ultimate powerhouse. Immediately, he left the auction venue and left quickly, wanting to return to his Dongxi City. As a result, as soon as he left Shunyu City and was on his way across the void physically, he was suddenly defeated by some 18th dimensional strongmen. Boom! The Lord of Dongxi City was shot down, and he immediately stabilized his body and looked at the attacker. These attackers were all friends, who usually had a good relationship with him, but now they attacked him. Old Changsheng, Soul Dao Sect Master, Old Demon Hatoyama. Why did you attack me? Lord Dongxi asked. Lord of Dongxi City, it's very simple, give me the incomplete ultimate secret method. Old man Changsheng said coldly. The incomplete ultimate secret method 847 may not be able to help us break through to the ultimate powerhouse. Do you really want to fight me for it? Lord Dongxi said coldly. Ha ha ha, no matter how incomplete the ultimate secret method is, as long as there is a glimmer of hope, it will be enough. If you don't become an ultimate powerhouse, no matter how powerful you are in the 18th dimension, you will still be a little person like an ant. Old demon Hatoyama said. Kill. 3 powerful men of the 18th dimension attacked and killed the Lord of Dongxi City. And there are 18-dimensional strong men hiding in the surroundings, waiting for the opportunity to take action. Yi Tian was also watching secretly and did not take action immediately. He is not afraid of these 18-dimensional strong men, but there is another ultimate strong man secretly, who was spied by the copying talent. He couldn't be sure what the attitude of this ultimate powerhouse was. If he chose to take action, he must succeed with one blow and steal the incomplete inheritance of the ultimate secret law. Soon, several more powerful 18th dimensional men couldn't help but take action, killing the master of Dongxi realm one after another. Puff! The body of the master of Dongxi realm was chopped into pieces with one blow, and a scroll was captured. This is the inheritance of the incomplete ultimate secret law. However, the 18th dimensional strongman who killed the master of Dongxi realm was quickly severely wounded by another 18th dimensional strongman. In this way, this inheritance was snatched away. Can't wait any longer. Yi Tian immediately used the Aurora escape killing move, rushed over quickly, and then used the golden arm kill, instantly killing a top 18-dimensional powerhouse, and then snatched the ultimate secret technique that he had just obtained. Kill him. Many powerful 18th dimensional men attacked Yi Tian. Yi Tian became the target of public criticism. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. Yi Tian took action boldly, showing his invincible experience. Puff puff. An 18-dimensional strong man was easily killed by him. Yi Tian, it's me, we are friends. One of the 18-dimensional strong men saw that he was about to be killed and immediately shouted. However, Yi Tian didn't hold back at all. Now that this so-called friend had taken action against him, there was no way he could survive. Puff! This friend in the 18th dimension was directly blasted to pieces by Yi Tian. As more and more 18th dimensional powerhouses died in Yi Tian's hands, other 18th dimensional powerhouses became frightened and did not dare to take action. Although they all want to break through to the ultimate state, they don't want to die. Nowadays, it is obvious that even the siege cannot do anything to Yi Tian. He will die if he goes up to him. Who dares to go up? Seeing that these 18-dimensional strong men did not dare to attack him, Yi Tian was about to leave. But at this time, the ultimate powerhouse who had been hiding in secret took action. Yi Tian had been prepared for a long time, but he had never used his full strength. Now that the ultimate powerhouse used his killing move to deal with him, he no longer hid his strength. Exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark. A thought and even more terrifying aura erupted. The ultimate move, violent blood. The chi and blood in the body are constantly burning, which improves his fighting ability. The ultimate move, golden body. The defenses all over the body skyrocketed. Then he used his ultimate move, Aurora escape, and used his ultimate move, golden arm kill, to collide with the ultimate powerhouse. Boom! Yi Tian was knocked away, but the ultimate was also knocked away. This scene shocked many 18th dimensional experts. He is the ultimate powerhouse of Xuanyuan Mountain, the Lord of Dongxi Mountain. Why would he snatch the incomplete ultimate powerhouse? There is an ultimate powerhouse in Xuanyuan Mountain where Lord Dongxi Mountain is located, and Lord Dongxi Mountain can break through the ultimate powerhouse. It is said that he also uses the incomplete ultimate secret method to break through. Therefore, he needs another one. The incomplete ultimate secret method. I guess I want to create a complete ultimate secret method to help Xuanyuan Mountain give birth to the second or even the third ultimate powerhouse. Shouldn't you be shocked how this 18th dimensional strongman named Yi Tian can block the ultimate master of Dongxi Mountain? Yes, Yi Tian is also in the 18th dimensional realm, but he can fight with the master of Dongxi Mountain. This is amazing. Rumble. Yi Tian is still fighting with the master of Dongxi Mountain, and the two sides are almost indifferent. This was the first time for Yi Tian to fight against the ultimate powerhouse. He had to admit that he was still the ultimate powerhouse that he underestimated. The ultimate powerhouses are far beyond those of the 18th dimension. Their ultimate bodies are too powerful. They are still in the process of ultimatization and have not yet completely completed their ultimate transformation. It is conceivable how terrifying the strength of those ultimate masters who have truly completed their ultimate transformation will be. Yi Tian once again knocked away the master of Dongxi Mountain, and then stopped fighting with him. He knew that he could not kill the master of Dongxi Mountain, so he had better leave first. The Lord of Dongxi Mountain continued to hunt Yi Tian, but gradually lost sight of Yi Tian. Damn it, I should have done it first. The Lord of Dongxi Mountain regretted it. He felt that it was not good for him as an ultimate powerhouse to take the lead, so he kept hesitating. However, during the hesitation, Yi Tian took action and snatched away the incomplete ultimate secret technique. He knew that he was a step too late and happened to attack Yi Tian, but in the end he couldn't do anything to Yi Tian. Now, he has offended Yi Tian. If Yi Tian breaks through and becomes the ultimate powerhouse, he will be in danger. Shenwei Pavilion, Tianwei Pavilion headquarters. Yi Tian came back and immediately announced his retreat. He began to accept the incomplete inheritance of the ultimate secret law. Boom, countless knowledge poured into his mind and was completely accepted by him. After accepting the inheritance, this scroll directly shattered. The ultimate secret method, star. This secret method is very incomplete, but no matter how incomplete it is still the ultimate secret method, which is expected to transform the spiritual power of the 18th dimension into the ultimate spirit. Chapter 3398 The Remains of the Ultimate Lord. It turns out that this is the secret of the ultimate secret method. By studying this incomplete ultimate secret star, Yi Tian gradually gained some understanding of the ultimate secret method. I just understand that it is not that easy to truly create a complete ultimate secret method. However, his divine dimension talent is 18 stars, which means that his qualifications in the divine dimension have reached the highest level. Therefore, the difficulty of his own ultimate secret technique will be much lower. However, before he could study for a long time, a powerful man of ultimate extreme came to his door. But it is not the master of Dongzi Mountain, but another ultimate powerhouse. Brother Yi, I am Bingshuan from the capital of Juji. Bingshuan introduced himself. The capital of Juji, Bingshuan. Yi Tian has some understanding of this force. Although it is not the 12 Heavens sect, it is one of the top forces under the 12 Heavens sect, with 5 ultimate powerhouses. Brother Bingshuan, why did you come to me? Yi Tian asked. It's a good thing, Bing Zan said with a smile. I found a special ruins, which requires strong people from the 18th dimension to enter. I have found several 18th dimensions before, but they all fell. Brother Yi has a weapon comparable to the ultimate transforming the combat power of a strong person will definitely gain opportunities from that special ruins. You want me to risk taking out the treasure inside and give it to you? Yi Tian asked. It's a shared opportunity, Bing Xuandao said. How about we share the benefits equally? No, Yi Tian shook his head. I need to risk my life, and you just told me an address. This is unfair to me. How about I produce another incomplete version of the ultimate secret technique? Bing Zan asked. Good, Yi Tian agreed. Although this trip was a bit risky, the price offered by Bingshuan was very good. A fragment of the ultimate secret method was already very precious. Plus, coupled with the opportunities in the ruins, he had no reason not to agree. Immediately, Yi Tian asked about the situation of the ruins. Bing Xuandao, that ruins are actually the ruins left by a certain ultimate lord. That ultimate it also produced some kind of mutation, making the body of this golden bug extremely powerful, and it is difficult for even 18 dimensions to break its defense. After the death of the ultimate lord, the golden insects multiplied in that ruins, but they did not dare to come out, otherwise they would not be able to exert much strength under the suppression of our divine dimension world. Bing Zan introduced. I see, Yi Tian roughly understood the situation. Subsequently, they headed to the ruins of the ultimate lord. And according to what Bing Zan said, this ultimate master is not the ultimate master of the 12 Heavens sect. There are also some ultimate powerful people in the Sea of Dimensions. Although 99% of the ultimate powerful people are in the dimension the Sea of Dimensions will perish, but there are also extremely rare ultimate powerhouses who have found the opportunity to break through in the Sea of Dimensions and become the ultimate powerhouse. The ultimate lord was one of them, but unfortunately he had no background and eventually fell. This ruins is not in the divine dimension territory. Yi Tian followed Bing Zan through many territories and finally came to the northern wilderness territory. This is a very remote area, and there are no other places here. It is hard to imagine that a ruin of the ultimate lord is here. Northern wilderness, polar ice field. Deep underground. There is a divine dimension crack here, and inside the divine dimension crack is a relic of the ultimate lord. Yi Tian and Bing Zan walked into the divine dimension crack, but Bing Zan could only enter the edge of the divine dimension crack and could not enter the interior of the ruins. Brother Yi, there are ruins ahead, please be careful. Bing Zan reminded. Good. Yi Tian went directly into the ruins. As soon as they entered the ruins, some golden eyes gradually emerged from the surrounding buildings. It's a gold bug, Yi Tian noticed. Wow wow wow. A large number of golden insects emerged, each one comparable to the weaker 18th dimensional powerhouses, and some of the powerful ones were even comparable to the top 18th dimensional powerhouses. 0. And there are so many of them, no wonder those 18 dimensions who came in died. Kill. Yi Tian went all out, killing a golden insect with every move. He killed the gold bugs one by one, and he continued to move forward, causing the gold bugs to die one after another. I don't know how much time has passed, but Yi Tian is already very tired, but all the golden insects are dead. There may still be a few gold bugs hidden deep in the ruins, but at least they don't dare to appear. Instead of moving forward immediately, he swallowed some resources to regain his strength. After a period of time, physical strength has been restored, and mental strength has been restored, and then I can continue to move forward. He opened one building after another. There were indeed some good things left here, but they were not of great value. 0. Soon, he found a huge gray stone tablet. Looking at the stone tablet, he felt that his thinking had accelerated a lot, and it seemed that it was easier to create the ultimate secret technique. This steel is extraordinary. It should be a treasure found by the ultimate lord in the Sea of Dimensions. Yi Tian guessed. He put away the stone tablet and prepared to discuss it with the ultimate powerhouse and give him the stone tablet. He felt that if this stone tablet was taken out, its value would be absolutely extraordinary, and it might also help him understand the rules of wealth. After that, he kept searching for various treasures. Deep in the ruins, he saw the place where the ultimate lord lived, and found 3 inheritances here. One inheritance was about the breakthrough of the ultimate master into the ultimate lord, and the other inheritance was about the secret technique of ultimate transformation. And it is a relatively complete ultimate secret method. The third inheritance is an ultimate dimensional killing move. This ultimate master actually stayed in 3 inheritances. However, if you want to obtain the 3 inheritances left behind, you must make a divine oath and avenge him, otherwise your body will shatter and die in the future. In addition to these 3 inheritances, Yi Tian also found a weapon, a spear, which was very extraordinary. It's the ultimate weapon. Yi Tian recognized it. This kind of weapon could only explode in power in the Sea of Dimensions. It was buried in the divine dimension world and could not exert its effect. Chapter 3399 Studying the Ultimate Dimension Killing Move. Yi Tian took away the inheritance and the ultimate weapon, and then continued to explore, but found nothing else. It's time to go out. Yi Tian left this ruins. As soon as he came out, Bing Zhan asked with great excitement, "Brother Yi, how is it?" 3 inheritances, an ultimate weapon and some other treasures. Yi Tian took out all the gains. After all, they both made an oath and did not dare to break it. 3 inheritances. Bing Zhan wished he could get all 3 inheritances, but he still didn't dare to break his oath. First of all, the inheritance of the ultimate master is necessary, and the second is the inheritance of the ultimate dimensional killing move. Instead, it is the inheritance of the ultimate secret method, which he can choose to give up. But he also knew very well that Yi Tian would never agree to such a division. As a result, Yi Tian and Bing Zhan continued to negotiate, and finally, 197, decided on the division plan. Yi Tian only wanted the inheritance of the ultimate dimensional killing move, the inheritance of the ultimate secret method and the stone tablet. Everything else was given to Bing Zhan, including the ultimate weapon. In this way, Yi Tian and Bing Zhan completed the resource allocation. Immediately, the 2 people immediately left the divine dimension rift. Immediately afterwards, Yi Tian fled and disappeared. Running pretty fast, Bing Zhan actually had the idea of contacting a few friends to surround Yi Tian. After all, he really wanted to inherit the ultimate dimensional killing move. But Yi Tian left and probably would not return to Tianwei Pavilion, so the attack and killing would not be possible. "Forget it, I have gained enough," Bing Zhan secretly said. Not long after, Yi Tian returned to the divine dimension rift again and entered the ruins. There is indeed nothing good in this ruins, and under the constraints of the oath, he will not deliberately hide things. However, this is the best place for retreat. The ultimate powerhouse cannot enter. He can study the ultimate secret method here. He can only create the ultimate secret method that suits him. Only then can he 100% break through and become the ultimate powerhouse. 1. Now, he has 2 incomplete ultimate secret techniques and 1 complete ultimate secret technique inheritance. He has studied all 3 ultimate secret techniques successively. Time passes slowly. With the help of research on the 3 ultimate secret techniques, coupled with Yi Tian's talent, he gradually created an ultimate secret technique that suited him. However, he still needs to perfect this ultimate secret method. Time flies. Tens of thousands of gods have passed. This day, the ultimate secret method has been perfected to the extreme, with almost no flaws. He named this ultimate secret method Tianwei Ultimate Secret Technique. It's time to hit the ultimate realm. Yi Tian murmured. This ruins is not suitable for reaching the ultimate realm. Yi Tian left here and died. Subsequently, he arrived somewhere in the divine dimension realm, but still did not return to the Tian dimensional pavilion. This day, he began to hit the ultimate realm. I saw Yi Tian absorbing the power of the divine dimension with his spiritual power, running the ultimate secret method of the divine dimension, and combining the spiritual power emperor with the divine dimension power. The two forces continued to merge, and the feeling of repulsion was very strong, but with the help of Tianwei's ultimate secret method, the two forces gradually merged into one. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. The spiritual power and divine power were successfully integrated, turning into traces of ultimate spiritual power. And this trace of ultimate spiritual power was the beginning, and then all spiritual power completed its transformation. Immediately afterwards, Yi Tian began to use the ultimate spiritual power to affect his body, allowing his body to embark on the path of ultimate perfection. Because his body is so perfectly tempered, it is still a little difficult to influence him and it takes a long time to stimulate his body. And this stimulation is a full 50,000 divine years. Finally, Yi Tian's body began to transform and entered the most critical step, ultimate transformation. This step is like opening a lock. The body begins to absorb countless divine powers, giving the body a trace of ultimate attributes. It also allows the physical quality to continue to improve violently. 7. Soon, his physical fitness continued to improve and skyrocketed, becoming tougher and stronger, far beyond what he had been in the past, and this was just the beginning of his ultimate training. I finally broke through and became the ultimate powerhouse. Yi Tian said excitedly. He now seems to have completely forgotten about the practice of multidimensional realms, and is only immersed in the practice of the divine dimension world. This is a good thing, only in this way can he create the ultimate dimensional killing move. Later, he returned to Tianwei Pavilion 0. With his current strength, he is qualified to maintain the inheritance of ultimate dimension killing moves. After all, inheritance is only for reference, but it cannot truly become your own ultimate dimensional killer move, so its value is still limited. There will be no ultimate strong men who have mastered the ultimate dimensional killing move to attack here, and as long as they are not such strong men, he is not afraid of other ultra-strong men at all. It's time to study the ultimate dimensional killer move. Yi Tian began to accept the inheritance of ultimate dimensional killing moves. Although he needed to avenge his opponent, if he could not defeat his enemy, there was no need to avenge him. Soon, he has accepted this ultimate dimensional killing move. The ultimate dimension killing move, Tendo's Wrath. This is the ultimate dimensional killer move created by the ultimate master named Tendo Master. Yi Tian took a look and realized that this ultimate dimensional killer move was not suitable for him, but he could learn from it. In the following years, Yi Tian studied this ultimate dimensional killer move. The ultimate dimensional killing move is too mysterious. It almost brings the power of the divine dimension body to its true limit, or even a killing move that goes beyond the limit. Time flies. Yi Tian studied the ultimate dimensional ultimate move, which would take 500,000 divine years. For such a long time, Tianwei Pavilion has given birth to some powerful people of the 17th dimension, but it is still a little short of giving birth to the powerful people of the 18th dimension. The more Yi Tian studied the ultimate dimensional ultimate move, the more he felt his own shortcomings. It's not a lack of talent, but a lack of accumulation and foundation. Ever since, Yi Tian began to make a decision, that is, to travel throughout the Shenwei world. He secretly sneaked into countless small forces to spy on the secrets of these small forces killing moves. The secrets of many small forces killing moves may not be very clever, but maybe they can bring him a little bit of insight. Just like that, another long period of time passed. He has been to too many small forces, witnessed countless systems of the divine dimension, and gained a new understanding of the divine dimension and the ultimate dimensional ultimate move. And because he was immersed in studying ultimate dimensional killing moves, his progress in ultimate was not that fast, but his own talent was extremely high, resulting in his progress still far surpassing other extreme experts. Chapter 3400 Breakthrough, The Ultimate Master. After studying the ultimate dimensional killer move for so long, I finally have a direction. Next, focus on creation, step by step. Subsequently, Yi Tianju focused on spending his strength on creation instead of just research. He abandoned all his past perceptions and only immersed himself in the divine dimension and physical strength to create this ultimate dimensional killing move. He knew very well that if he wanted to create such an ultimate dimensional killing move, it would definitely not be possible in a short time, and it would take a long time. And Yi Tian has such time. 10,000 gods live. 100,000 divine years. Millions of gods in years. During this period, many ultimate powerhouses came to visit or ask him for business, and invited him to explore certain places, but he declined them all. Until this day, after the 3,210,000 Godway years. Yi Tian is trying out a newly perfected killing move. Kill. Yi Tian's physical strength concentrated on one point and exploded instantly, shattering the divine dimension void in front of him with one punch. It's done. Tianwei's killing move has reached the level of the ultimate dimension killing move. 05. Yi Tian smiled. The reason why he must have reached the level of the ultimate dimensional killer move is because he has just touched the origin of the divine dimension world. This is the power of the ultimate dimensional killing move. Once used, it can touch the source, and can even attract more divine dimensional power to accelerate the completion of the ultimate process. It can be said that every ultimate powerhouse who understands the ultimate dimensional killing move will surely become the ultimate master. In the days that followed, Yi Tian continued to practice silently, but his main task was to improve the ultimate process and to create a second ultimate dimensional killer move. It's simply not possible at the moment. In order to create Tianwei's ultimate move, he has almost exhausted all his resources. How can he create a second ultimate dimensional ultimate move? If he cannot break out of the Tianwei ultimate move, whatever he creates will still be Tianwei, which is useless. An ultimate master like Lord Tendo would probably know Tendo's wrath, the ultimate dimensional killing move. Unknowingly, another period of time has passed. Yi Tian's ultimate progress has reached half, and such a terrifying improvement speed is unimaginable by other ultimate powerhouses. He originally wanted to continue practicing like this and was not in a hurry to return to Zushan Palace. He wants to get more benefits from Shenwei World, so that it is worth coming this time. After all, the second reward will be charged. But on this day, an accident happened. An ultimate lord has returned to the divine world. Yi Tian frowned. This is not a good thing. He was worried that he would be discovered by the ultimate lord now. If he was of average strength, that would be fine, but if he was the extremely terrifying ultimate lord, he would be in trouble. It's better not to meet the other party. Then, Yi Tian announced his retreat, but actually left the divine dimension realm and went to the Tianwei pavilion on the Xuantian realm side. Fortunately, the ultimate lord did not look for outsiders everywhere in the divine dimension world. He just dealt with some things and left again. This also made Yi Tian breathe a sigh of relief. In a blink of an eye, another hundreds of thousands of divine years passed. At this time, Yi Tian's ultimate process is about to be completed. Once it is completely completed, he will break through and become the ultimate master. Although he does not have the inheritance of the ultimate lord and does not know exactly how to attack the ultimate lord, he has already understood the ultimate dimensional killing move, so the bottleneck does not exist and he can easily complete the breakthrough. Not long after, he had completed 99.9% of the ultimate, leaving only the last bit where he sensed the existence of the bottleneck. A normal ultimate powerhouse will fall into this step and be unable to break through no matter what. But Yi Tian didn't need to find other ways. He directly used the Tianwei ultimate move to integrate the power of his whole body, break the last shackles, and absorb the source of the Shenwei world to attack the bottleneck. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. As soon as Tianwei's killer move came out, the final bottleneck was broken. Suddenly, Yi Tian's body was like a huge black hole, swallowing countless divine powers to allow the body to complete the final breakthrough. With Yi Tian's breakthrough, he truly understood the true meaning of the divine way, and gained many insights every moment. His thinking seems to have expanded to the entire divine dimension world. This is another good opportunity to create the ultimate dimensional ultimate move. Therefore, he did not waste time to try to create a second ultimate dimensional killing move. With his divine dimension talents and qualifications, he is really expected to create a second ultimate dimensional killer move. Just when the breakthrough process was over and his mind returned to his physical body, he finally created his second killing move. This killing move is based on thoughts. Wherever the thoughts go, the body goes. Killing move, Tianji. This killing move emphasizes speed. It is the speed of the ultimate dimensional killing move, which also makes Yi Tian's strength soar. Shenweiyu, Tian or Tianying, Yaori Tianzong. At this moment, all the ultimate experts look towards Tianwei Pavilion. Everyone, who has broken through to the realm of the ultimate lord? I don't know. Under the management of R12 Heaven sect, There are also ultimate experts who suddenly break through and become the ultimate lord. This is beyond our expectation. What to do? An ultimate lord suddenly appeared in the divine world. We must contact the ultimate lords, otherwise big problems will occur. They were not afraid that the ultimate lord would attack them, but they were worried that without the ultimate master in charge of the 12 Heavens sect, they would no longer have the right to speak. Immediately, they contacted the ultimate powerhouses of the Yaori celestial sect, and the other 12 heavenly sects would also contact the ultimate powerhouses of their own sects. Tianwei Pavilion. Yi Tian was saying goodbye to the senior officials of Tianwei Pavilion. From today on, the master of Tianwei Pavilion will be Chen Jingdiang, and I will leave completely. Yi Tian said. Pavilion master, why do you want to leave? Everyone was shocked. If I don't leave, Tianwei Pavilion will be in trouble. Even if you guess it in the future, don't ask. I will leave you enough inheritance. There will be no problem in the birth of an ultimate powerhouse in the future. Subsequently, Yi Tian left behind many inheritances and treasures. Next, he has to do a big thing, which is to rob the 12 Heavens sect. When robbing the 12 Heavens sect, it would be difficult to bring back the treasures. But Yi Tian had a way to take it away. Upper domain. Human race. Yi Tian's duplicate body in Zushan sect is still sleeping, but the other duplicate bodies are no longer sleeping and have woken up one by one. And these cloned bodies now also mastered the Tianwei killing moves and Tianji killing moves, and only at this moment did he understand that mastering these two ultimate dimensional killing moves can also be integrated with the rules of the highest dimension, so that these two ultimate dimensional killing moves can be used. Recruitment unleashed unprecedented combat power. After mastering the two ultimate dimensional killing moves, his duplicate body began to transform, gradually transforming into the ultimate body. This did not become the ultimate realm master, but was similar to the ultimate master. Of course, he now needs to enter the Sea of Dimensions, rush to the vicinity of the divine dimension world through the Sea of Dimensions, let Yongwu's body bring out the treasures, and then take him to the multi-dimensional territory. This is his plan.